Okay. Yes? Can you hear me?
I hear you in Discord. Hello, test. Meh, 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 meh. Not until after we are live. Yes, we are live.
This is not game. Real stakes, real speed, and real glory. Go all in. Winner takes all.
Racers are probably itching by now.
Yeah.
Everybody's probably getting antsy to actually hop in and play. Hello, what is up, everybody? Welcome, and we apologize about the technical difficulties that went on for a bit, but we are here, we are solid, and we are here to bring the event back to life. Welcome to the Star Racer Clash of the Titans. I'm Nopera, your play-by-play caster for today's tournament, and we're getting ready for a really high-pressure competition where every race is gonna count, and only the best pilots will move forward. We've got a stacked lineup today filled with veterans, rising talents, and a few dark horses all ready to prove that they belong on those racetracks. This is going to be about cutting out those clean lines, making the smartest decisions, and keeping your composure when the pressure hits. Joining me is the amazing Morango, who will be bringing in the analysis and all the insights throughout the event. She'll be keeping a close eye on how these racers approach the track and the risks they take and how those choices play out as the tournament unfolds.
Thank you, Nopera. I'm excited to be here. Some of the pilots know the tracks inside out, while others might surprise us with risky plays and aggressive moves. I'll be watching who adapts under pressure and who takes the smart lines when it matters the most.
Indeed, indeed. And we did save the best for last. Right here we got our man Lanzer, who will be handing it off to with Nord, the people who made this event possible. Take it away, gentlemen.
Hey everybody, my name's Lancer, and this is the Clash of Titans tournament event brought to you by the Star Racer team. We've worked really hard these past 3 months to bring you today's broadcast, production, and tournament. There's a full suite of 20 teammates who have been working both behind the scenes of what you're seeing right now and also what you will see with the racers racing. I'd say easily each person put in well over 10, 20 hours of work individually, and I hope you'll see the results of that. Please join us on on Twitch, YouTube, and on the app itself, SuperPhoenixSports.com, where you can, if you choose to, and participate in the brackets, or just as a participant in the chat. Welcome you, everybody, no matter which way you participate. The Star Racer team is part of the SuperPhoenixSports, which is connected to and powered by the SuperPhoenix DAO. Nord, plan A was everybody would be in here and you'd see everyone, including Nord, who would be live streaming from in person at Solana Breakpoint. As you can see, we had some technical difficulties, so Nord's not able to join us at this exact moment, but he's in a room full of Star Atlas folks with Funcracker and doing an Iris Bounty event. And so thank you all very much. If you're over there, waving hello over to our folks in Abu Dhabi at Solana Breakpoint. So thank you very much for being here with us. Thank you for your time. And I'll turn it back to the casters where we'll start introducing the racers. Thank you all and excited to be here.
Thank you very much, Lanzer. Happy to hear from the man himself. And just like Lanzer just mentioned, we're going to be introducing the racers one by one as they get ready to take part on the races themselves. Morango, I think they're going to be bringing up the racer cards for us to check on each individual racer. Is what we're going to... Oh, there we go. We got SH Bob going with the Calico Stud. And my callouts are going to be a bit delayed, maybe 2-3 seconds delayed, but bear with me on this one. And who's Bobber? He's got no guild affiliations and no best lap determined. This is one of the dark horses I was telling you guys about. SH Bob is one of the players we had not much data about. And he's one of the dark horses you might want to bet on, because I've seen him a lot in the shooter, in the UE5 version, shooter game of Star Atlas, and I've seen him being very absolutely cracked at it. So I'm excited to see how he fares on this one. We've got Advent Imperium, a name that has been quite terrifying in Web3 gaming in general. We got Coex Adali racing from the Coexist Guild, representing Coexist as well. We got Zaif, also rocking a Calico Scud. Daenerys, Morango's homegirl, representing Chimera Racing Academy. Dakota representing UMG, some of the most cracked players in Star Atlas. Dark Void also representing Chimera's Racing Academy with a high qualifying time. Neon Army brings in Dran S with also a Calico Scud. Fede Roma representing Vanguards. These qualifying times are scary. Oof. 134 seconds on Hackmer. Also representing Chimera. Chimera's looking tough with this lineup. Chibi is representing Heimdall Industries. And Hotpot. My boy Hotpot, some personal bias over here, representing Soul GG. As well as Mr. Jesus Martinez, representing his own guild, Legion. Jindo, with no guild affiliation. I think he's part of the Star Atlas mod team, if I'm not mistaken. Jimmy Am, no guild affiliation, but a minute 36 seconds on the qualifying time. King Buddha, rocking the Scud with a Rome guild affiliation. And another homeboy in mine, Metal Phoenix, also representing Soul GG, as well as Nakar from Eclipse with a decent time. NDR representing Coexist, 132 qualifying time. Neon Spuggy representing Neon Army. There's quite a few Neon Army racers out here tonight. We got Onizuka Eikishi representing the Rome Guild, as well as Payo going for UMG with Lobby? I think he's coming in with a Lobby. Kill this guy is the guy I always wanted to kill in the shooters and almost nobody's able to kill. Sakalin representing
Impossible.
Coexist. He's almost impossible to kill in most times. Shadow King from the Hazy Tribe, also a Scud. Oof, we've seen Skull Crusher. You're representing Legion. Okay, on Jesus Martinez's team tonight. And the Kit Kata from UMG on a Lobby. Got Unal Max with no guild affiliation, but at 1 minute 37. Do you know who Unal Max is, Morango?
I actually don't. I'm sorry.
Interesting, because he has a cracked time. Hash Panda is an old competitive friend of mine who has rocked a lot of tournaments, qualified for the finals in multiple ones. Gear 9 is my brother deep down, and he knows that I will deep down be betting on him as well. Zava Beast, Bancope representing Coexist, and as well as Slicka from Neon Army. Who else is in the track? That is it for our racers today. It circles back to SH Bob. So these are our lineup for the racers here today. As you can see, the bracket is showing. They're going to be divided into a round of 32, where we're going to have 8 races. And then we're going to move from the round 32 up until the quarterfinals. And then in the quarterfinals, they will keep progressing. So the races of 4 players. And then from each race, 2 players will qualify onto the next round. So this is how the bracket is structured, and I'm seeing that you've got Hash Panda and Imperium in the same bracket starting the race. Man, I can't believe people that would have been my candidates for a finalist are in the first race. Morango, you must have even more insight onto this bracket than me, because you know the racers even better than I do. But I've seen some names around the space, and some of them are genuinely scary.
Actually, I know a few of them for the shooting game, and I know they are really talented. And I think if you know how to play a game, sometimes it can be translated into another kind of game. So maybe racing is going to be a new way of seeing these people. So I'm actually trying to put my head into watching them, see how they turn into a racing game, and just to enjoy. Actually, I have to say that one name that I hear a lot when it's a shooting game is Hackmer. Everyone is afraid of that guy. So yes, I'm really excited to see it.
Definitely a skilled gamer in terms of movement in the shooter as well. And if he's that good at movement there, he's probably going to be cracked here. And you're right, because even in shooters, it's all about them reflexes. And if he can transition those skills down to the racetrack, he just might come out a winner here. So that is one. There's a lot of debatable names that could genuinely take
you can actually see that Sackline and Daenerys are here. They are really good gamers. Everyone who is in the bracket, I'm sure they are going to do a fine work here. But the names I know they are really put their effort and time into this. So I think we are going to have a pretty interesting event.
Definitely looking forward to that, and I am getting the heads up that race 1 is almost ready, as one more racer needs to get on that racetrack to actually commence. Who is that racer? I guess we're waiting on Imperium as everybody's lining up to actually get it going. Who's your best bet on race 1? You got NDR, Imperium, Hash Panda, and Yamik? Is that Yamik or Thermic?
Yamik.
Yamik.
Yamik is a really good friend of mine. We are both Obrica lovers. The Obrica is one of the ship makers in Star Atlas. But my money, I'm sorry, Yamik, I love you, but it's on Hash Panda right now.
Really? I've had my money on Hash Panda in a lot of tournaments, except the ones I was competing against him in. Those were some throwbacks. He's definitely a skilled gamer, but I gotta tell you, Morango, in tournaments, Imperium is a scary name in Web3 gaming in general when it comes to shooters. I've never seen him race personally, but if he's as good at racing as he is at shooting, probably gonna see a pretty interesting matchup. And it looks like Hash Panda's in, Donson's in. Alright. It looks like the race is almost underway. And 8 races. So wait, what? You're having a hard enough time staying on that track. for one lap, let alone a race. Excited to see these racers crush it. Dirty Money, don't worry. Once we figure out who wins this tournament, we might cut you a deal where we'll ask them how much they'll charge you for a private coaching session. So don't worry about that, Dirty Money. We might hook you up. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Well, we see NDR repping the coexist in the chat. Dirty Money getting rickrossed. Hey, yo. Alex is twerking. He means tweaking. Okay, we're gonna pretend like you actually meant tweaking, Alex, and not twerking. So the chat is pretty fire. I honestly really want to take a moment to thank all of you for sticking out through these technical difficulties that we have had at the start and actually being here in the chat, giving us company as we take you through the tournament itself and walk you through these matches. It's honestly means a lot to us, and I'm glad to see 31 people tuned in on Twitch. I have no clue how many are on YouTube, probably around 28 or something. And I'm happy to be seeing all of these beautiful faces. Katir rooting for Go Vanguard, rooting for Vanguard in general. We have had quite a few strong candidates come out of their teams. And as you can see, okay, so the screens you see right above Morango there are all the different racers. And then in the middle screen, you're going to see the one of the 4 racers that are going to have their matches ongoing. And we're going to be casting on one of the racers that is going to be having their match going on. So that's what we're waiting on as well. Morango, I have no clue which racers are going to be performing best in this race, honestly, because most of the racers that I've seen in race 1, I haven't seen them race. I don't know if you've seen Hash Panda race before. That would be interesting for me to figure out. But I've almost never seen him race.
Yeah, I didn't see him race, but as I said before, I tend to watch when people play multiple games. It's one thing that I have noticed is that they can translate the way they are good at shooting. Sometimes they are good at racing. I hope to see that these races are going to show us the best of the people who is actually participating here, because it can show us how we can grow in different kind of games in Star Atlas. And I see the talent in everyone, and they put hours of practice into this.
You brought up an interesting point as well. The fact that Star Atlas is more than just a racer, more than just a shooter, that they're building a full-blown metaverse where they can actually take their skills from one game, put it into the next, and actually somebody that's as skilled as Hash Panda who might be able to actually transition his shooting skills into the racetrack here might be a perfect fit for that game, for that metaverse. He might find his place in a lot of places and a lot of competitions in Star Atlas, actually, because as I said, it's not tied to one genre. It's gonna have a lot of games built into one gigantic world that that metaverse is gonna be. So you just brought up the point that might make us not know who the winner of the races is, but also realize who is gonna be a great fit for the world being built within Star Atlas.
Actually, by participating in this kind of events, people tend to know how is it going to work in the future, because the ones that are here who knows what Star Atlas is, we actually know that this is just the beginning. This is just the first step. So I see these kind of events like really exciting moments to see all the people who actually invest time into Star Atlas, into crypto, into this game especially. So I'm hyped to see how everyone develops here. And I'm actually looking at the ships the guys chose, Calico Scud and the Opal Jet.
I personally always go for the Scuds.
Yeah,
it's also my personal view.
Yeah, I was going to say I find it more suiting, more fitting for the race. It's like the shape and everything, it goes with Exonate. It's the map we're going to be exploring today.
That makes perfect sense. And so NDR is going for the Opal Jet, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be mainly checking out. Who are we checking out mainly? We're gonna be mainly checking out Yamik. It's Yamik's POV that we're going to be casting on mainly. So that'll be definitely an interesting mode. Wait, what is this ship that Yamik's shooting at? Is that a hover
X5.
ship?
It's an X5. It's actually
But
it can open like the sides. It has thrusters. It's really a fast ship, but it's not one ship I would use in a race. Actually, I would use it
yeah,
more in an event or a moment when I need to protect myself.
it looks a bit too heavy to race alongside the others. To be honest, it looks a bit bigger.
Yeah,
I don't know if there was a certain size that the ref might call them out on, but if there is, we're definitely gonna get a notice on whether or not that player will be called out on the ship size. But I don't think there were any size restrictions. I think it was more of a bring your own ship with you, whatever you want to race with, whatever you're comfortable with, you might as well. And whatever you like the most is gonna work for you. So we got 3 out of 4 racers, as you can see, on the racetrack right now. And we're still just waiting. We're still waiting on one more. I think it's Advent Imperium. I'm not sure if he will get a bye, because if he does, then everyone else will also automatically. Well, they'll still have a race because one of them has to get disqualified. They'll have like a 3-man race, and 2 of them will be qualifying, and then we'll have the bracket by then. Since 3 showed up, we're bound to have race 1 regardless. We're still kind of waiting on Imperium to get set and go as the team is moving along with the first race. And I think we're underway for the first race already with 3 people. I guess I called it right before it happened. 3 people are underway as Hash Panda is in second place to NDR. Yamik desperately trying to catch up, and he is not looking in quite the favorable position here. I think Yamik's
he's actually
overtaking Hash Panda. He's
yeah,
fighting.
but you can see that he's not crashing. Actually, he can tank the turns and move smoothly. So it's actually good. Even if you're not winning, you're actually learning and using the ship in a way that it can lead you to.
I don't know.
At least get into
I don't know
second
if it's
place.
time to learn in the middle of the tournament though, because he's getting way overtaken by Hash Panda here, and he wasn't the booster on the right side of his screen, the part right behind my screen where you guys don't see on stream. He's supposed to move that booster towards the thrusters to make sure he has maximum speed out of his ship, but he doesn't seem to have nailed. He must have forgotten to switch his ship to speed mode, and now he's getting desperately overtaken by Hash Panda and NDR as he struggles in third place. Hash Panda cutting too much distance between the two. I've seen this map plenty of time, Morango. There's plenty of space for people to overtake. There's not that many corners that are really tight that you can cut in, but I haven't really seen much chaos on it as much as the other one. What is this racetrack called again, Morango?
This one is Exonade.
This is Exonade. Okay, so I feel like the play style on this racetrack is quite different than the other one, to be fair. The other one, we see a lot more chaos, a lot more tight corners. Over here, we're seeing one smooth sail for Yamik on the open field where it's more about timing your boosts. Oh, there we go. That's a little fly that we got off the edge there. Not sure that that'll give you any speed boost there, though, as NDR and Hash Panda still way ahead. Let's see how NDR is doing on this race. In second place, he's still chasing that lead with Hash Panda. Hash Panda overtook NDR, taking away his first place lead. Hash Panda's coming back as the underdog in this one, while he makes sure to close the gap and gets NDR on his tail. Not too far off, though, because NDR still has a bit of distance to cut. He might be right on his tail. I'm not sure. I think your bet was right, Morango. I think this kid has what it takes to actually transition his skills from a shooter to a racer. I think he has what it takes to actually become a cracked racer. You were right on the money with this one. You know what? From now on, I'll bet something on every single racer every time you mention which racer is gonna race. How about that? I think that's what we should be doing at this point. Hash Panda's lead. Look at this. Look at Hash Panda's lead and how far it has been between him and NDR. And how many is he overlapping him at this point? Let me see. Because NDR is at the 16th gate while Hash Panda is at the 18th. I think he's 1 to 2 gates away. I don't think NDR has a comeback on this one, as Yamik is left.
He's hopping into 19 gate.
Yeah, I don't think NDR has any coming back on this match, as Hash Panda leaves him out in the dust, while Yamik is still so far left behind. And shout out to Clipper participating in the matchup as the stage operator to make sure the game and the race runs smooth and according to the rules. Kind of like the safety car in Formula 1 cars, you know, the little yellow ones that go in with the sirens. That's kind of our Clipper in there at this moment. We got NDR. NDR, I'm sorry, dude. I think Hash Panda just just gave you dust. Honestly, look
In
at that
the-
lead.
If
That
you
lead
check
is
the
too
chat, I'm sorry
We
for
need to check
cutting
how
you.
Hash Panda is driving. Yeah?
Actually, one of his team members, I think, said in the chat that he's a fierce gamer, so we can actually see it. So kudos to Hash Panda.
You can most definitely. I've known Hash Panda and his fierce gaming skills for around 2.5 years at this point. And I can assure you that he is a very dedicated person when it comes to these games, and somebody that has put in the time and effort to actually become somebody who's very skilled at these games. But this lead that he's on, I did not expect such a cracked tracer. He's not missing a single one of these boosts. It's like his booster just lights up red, blue, red, white, red, white, red, white, red, white. He's not missing a single one of those boosters, not letting his engine overheat at any moment. It's pretty insane to run such a nice run. You think he's gonna break a time record of some sort, Marango?
I think so. How much time is it for finishing the race?
So it's a 3-lap race, and he's already on 4:50. It's a very last gate, let alone lap. He's on the finish line, and he closes down with 4:54 seconds and a half. He's aggressively shaking his mouse, probably proud of the time that he has completed. Holy smokes, what a time, Hash Panda. Okay, now where I go, I think Hash Panda is going to be one of my favorites to win the whole thing. But we're still on the first match. We don't want to get overly excited, okay? But like from what I've seen, I've raced this track before. I've done 3 laps before on this track. I've never come close to 5 minutes, let alone 4 minutes 54 seconds and a half. That is actually cracked. That is our panda, Katir. Don't be selfish, okay? That's not just your panda. That is our Hash Panda, okay? We can all share a bit of it.
We can share.
We can share, exactly. We'll be sharing the Hash Panda. Yamik is still almost done with his race, just finishes in 5 minutes 44 seconds. I think Hash Panda was almost a whole minute in front of Yamik. What a race. And Yamik, he was the only one that didn't make it in first place. We got Hash Panda in first place, 4 minutes 54 seconds, incredible race time. Second place, NDR, known as one of the most cracked racers, yet still couldn't break the 5-minute mark as he finished the race in 5 minutes 3 seconds and 3.39 seconds. And then we got Yamik, who was far behind by a substantial 41-second mark, and it's just insane. So Hash Panda, NDR, congrats on qualifying to the quarterfinals. That'll be it for the first race. And I think they're running an interview on stage with Hash Panda, probably. Oh, if I get to hear Hash Panda's voice again, that'll be interesting. I think they're running a small interview, the stage operators, with him on stage over here. You can see him. I'm not sure if we'll get a bit of a take from him, but race 1 result followed by NDR, and yes. So that is pretty much it. That is a pretty interesting race, and we're gonna be jumping onto race 2. What do we got for race 2? We got Kill This Guy. Yes, it was a very nice race, Brujo. Kill This Guy, very cracked. Okay. I don't know if I should keep saying this on stream. I don't want any of you to actually think I'm saying something wrong. Okay, guys, it's his username. His username is QKillX this X. Yeah, that's just how he writes his username. It's not on me. All right. We got.
It's not that you don't like him. It's his nickname. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much. And everybody wants to get this guy. To be fair, in the shooter, everybody's like, "Get this guy away from me," you know. But it's just how we struggle with him. Then we got Payo. Payo's UMG, isn't he? I think Payo's UMG. Muchas gracias. Yeah.
We are going to race number 2. He's from UMG.
Payo is from UMG. Okay, we got it on the money. I remember it from the shooter because I've seen UMG next to his name. We got Roma. Roma's from Vanguard, if I'm not mistaken, and Neon Spuggy. It's in the name. Spuggy's representing Neon. So wait, does this mean that this race is still this guy from Chimera, Payo from UMG, Roma from Vanguard, and Spuggy from Neon? The 4 competing guilds in Star Atlas in one race. This is one that probably most people are gonna... Payo, Dakota, his fellow UMG teammate, is saying Payo is not here to make it. So Payo might get a bye. No, actually, he's gonna be the bye. So it would end up being Kill This Guy, Roma, and Spuggy. UMG not getting any rep in this race, but still, you guys have quite a few racers. Yes, I know you're from UMG, Dakota. It's nice to see you, and I've played with you quite a few times before. And who else is with you from UMG aside from Payo? Because Payo's not showing up. We got Kill This Guy, Roma, and Spuggy coming into race 2. So is the whole chip on your shoulder, Dakota? Are you the only UMG player here tonight to actually hold the chip of the guild on your shoulder all alone? And in this race up? That's a pretty interesting, pretty big chip to hold, bro. So, 3 names. You're familiar with all 3 of them, Morango. Kill This Guy, Roma, Spuggy. Who are you betting on?
I have to say it. I'm sorry, but it's on Kill This Guy.
Oh, I've never seen him race as well. I'm always so drowned up in the shooter, I'm almost never racing. Like, the way I would take my XP from Star Atlas, like whether it's to level up my character XP from the shooter or to get the Zink XP, because I'm pretty sure they announced the Zink airdrop, didn't they? The Season 0 coming up, but there's more on that soon. I saw a date in the announcement and it's been pretty nice. You should read more on that, Morango, if you haven't yet, because it's a pretty interesting announcement that they did release about Zink. All that aside, Kill This Guy, crack shooter, never seen him in a race. Have you actually seen him in a race, or are you judging based on his shooting skills like you did with Hash Panda? So you're doing
Exactly.
the same transition judgment with Hash Panda. Well, it worked for you the first time, so I wouldn't be surprised if it works again, to be honest.
I'm just saying
gamers.
because it's from Chimera Racing Academy.
He's from your
I
home turf.
yes.
I see the bias. All right, I see it.
I try not to go with the teammates just because they are teammates. It's because of skills. I have seen them in other games, so I put my money on the people I have seen before other games, maybe some races, but I'm going to go for
All right. I see how it is. So looks like our first 2 qualifiers for the first quarterfinal are Hash Panda and NDR. These are the 2 people that are gonna be qualifying, and we're just gonna wait on the second race, which I hope they realize or they heard that Payo's not showing up and already give him a bye instead of waiting on him a lot. Okay, so Payo's not here. I see Roma's here. I see Kill This Guy is here. If the third racer, if Spuggy doesn't show up, they automatically get qualified, and they won't need to play this race because 2 would be left. So we'll see how this will go. We're transitioning into the race as we speak. And let's see. Still only see what is okay. So the race 3 has Jesus Martinez versus Hackmer, though. I mean, how often does Martinez race, right? He's obviously somebody who has been gaming in the space for a long time, but it looks like they have been underway for the third race. Apologies if I missed it, but they are already on their way. As Kill This Guy, your top favorite, your bet is actually paying off, Morango. Kill This Guy is way ahead of Rome and way ahead of Spuggy as well. He's just undeniably ahead off the get-go, and Kill This Guy is struggling to actually keep up with it. And Roma is struggling to keep up with him. And I see Temik in the third. Oh, Temik's the stage caster. Okay, so they're gonna probably still make them race to note down their times, Morango, because in case we have people left on a technicality, they would look back at the race times, who got the better time at the round 32, who got the better time at the quarterfinals. That's probably why they're gonna have to race anyways. But I'm pretty sure both of them will qualify regardless and display their full potential or their full set of skills, just like Kill This Guy. Are we actually starting this race? Is this the live race, or is he this ahead that he's getting cocky that he's just sailing smoothly? Is this actually what's been going on? Let's see. Oh, it looks like we lost connection to Kill This Guy. Fede Roma is the only transmission we have left, despite him being slightly laggy. But, you know, it could be one of those slow horse makes it to the finish line while walking and barely gets there. Turtle versus rabbit race, you know? Kill This Guy just stops, and then Roma moves forward slowly but surely, beats him to the finish line. This could be something, but in both cases, they're going to probably get bad times. I don't know. You think Roma or you think they're gonna reset this one? I didn't hear a call from the ref yet.
I
don't
haven't
know.
either.
I'm not sure if they'll actually reset this one. I do see Roma and I do see Kill This Guy's transmission
There
back
we
in
can
play
see.
here.
Yes.
I see Kill This Guy's transmission back in play, but do you see the way he drives nonchalantly? Just okay, now he's picking up the pace. Now that is great driving. But earlier he was just moving so casually, strolling through the track, not really going the extra mile, not really putting in the extra effort to bother. Maybe he just doesn't want to showcase the skills to everyone else on stream, waiting until he actually has opponents, because he guaranteed qualifying on this one. He knows that he and Rome will move to the next match. He knows that that is the thing. So he's not going to put all his cards on the table off the bat like that. There's no way he's going to actually agree to putting out his cards on the table like that. I think he's just going to keep him shut and be like, okay, as long as I'm a little bit ahead of Roma, I'll just maintain that spot. Even if I do a little bit of a bad time, I know that I qualified, and I'll keep the big guns for later. What do you think about that
You can see how
strat,
smooth
Moreno?
he's moving. I think he's just trying to get the race finished as fast as he can. And I can actually see that he's a really good driver here. He's a really good racer, per se.
I've heard this before, Morango, that driving sideways actually has been a nice advantage in the game lately. That driving sideways has been giving a little bit of a speed boost, hasn't it?
Yes, it's one of the ways you can actually use the ship sideways. When it's a straight line, you can use it that way, so you can go faster.
So again, okay, so basically it gains more speed. The drift factor plays a large role in the current patch of the racing game, apparently, which is
exactly
interesting to see. So I would say that what will separate the good from the bad racers will probably be the drift factor, how well they angle and position the car, if they're perfectionists about it and practiced enough to gain the maximum speed out of the car while running, and also, most importantly, the speed boosts. Speed boosts, managing them, not allowing your engine to overheat. So what's the trick to not allowing because I played the racing a little bit more, okay? Every single time I go in that racetrack, I'm overheating my engine, I'm having to wait the whole thing for me to actually use my boost again.
Oof, crash. Actually, one of the tips you can use when you're trying to get the boost is not to hold it so much time to the point that it finishes itself.
Overheats.
You need to know how to use it in different timings.
More of a timing. Okay.
Yeah, don't overuse it either.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And pick the areas where you're going to use it wisely, so you don't crash and stuff like that. Once you crash, you can turn the game into being left behind.
Did you see the ramp he just used? He just flew through the map, 5 minutes and 7 seconds. Still one of the better, not Hash Panda crazy. Like, he didn't have competition to pull out the crazy out of him. So even though that wasn't Hash Panda crazy, that's still commendable. And we're still gonna wait on Roman to finish his race. He's got one gate left to go for the finish line. He's probably gonna run a 5-minute 30, 5-minute 20 something. Let's see. What was his time? All right. He ran like a 5-minute 23, 5-minute 24. Time lap depend hoster? What do you mean by time lap? Onizuka, you have to elaborate on that, brother. If you're interested in participating in the bracket prediction, go to that link. Okay, Morango, I guess I'll take your predictions and put them there, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
Money spent.
Right now, Hash Panda is looking strong. I'm not personally aware of who's gonna come out of nowhere being a dark horse that's unbreakable, but I know that Hash Panda is looking strong after what did happen. Did Kill This Guy just fly over the map? Are we still broadcasting this? Did you see the shortcut?
Yeah, it was
I just saw it again on stream.
but it was like a movie shot when they go through a ramp and jump on stuff.
Yeah,
It
but
was
like
a
he
movie
went
moment.
over the map and back to the start
Absolute
line. He
cinema.
like finished the whole lap in like one jump where he went over the map and then back into the finish line. If there was no
Exactly.
gates, he would have already finished the race in 2 seconds. That's why gates are important, everybody. That's why you have to cross every single gate as checkpoints to make sure that you run the whole track. That's about as far as it goes with it. And I think that's it for match 2. Given that both of them are the ones that showed up, they were already going to qualify. We had to take their times regardless to make sure in case we need a tiebreaker later on, we have the times that it has taken them for each race. So now that we have taken their times, we know that Kill This Guy and Fede Roma are going to be qualifying for the first quarterfinal. That means that we're going to have Kill This Guy and Hash Panda in the same quarterfinal.
That is going to be so interesting.
That is going to be pretty interesting. That is going to be pretty interesting.
I mean, the two I said they were going to win are the winners. They went first. Take my advice, guys.
Wait, you said Hash Panda and you said Kill This Guy, and they did both go first. Okay, let's see how long your streak actually lasts. Okay, we still got.
Let's go. Yeah.
You might have lucked out on 2 races. I want to see what you do on All 8. Okay, we got 8 races before we move on to the quarterfinal section. Let's see how this one goes. Already an incredible candidate. Okay, incredible shooter, knows a lot about the game, has great movement. I'm hopeful for him. King Buddha. Do you have any back info on King Buddha, Morango? It's a dark horse for me.
King Buddha, I remember the name in the shooter game, if I'm not mistaken. And he's actually really good.
Okay, Dran S. Jindo's coming soon, Santi. Good to see you, Santi. I see Santi in the chat. That's why I answered him already. So,
who is Santi? No, I'm kidding.
I don't know. Who's that guy? Get him out of here.
Hi, Santi.
All right. Dran S. What are you thinking, Morango?
Dran, I also heard the name, but I don't remember if it was in the
Last but
game.
not least, Morango. We got... I hope he competes. I want to see how he races.
Jesus.
The one and only Jesus Martinez. Brother.
It's actually a good name in Star Atlas. It's a name that it can be well heard.
Names for sure. He's somebody that's been working hard for many years, who came out of he had a really nice underdog story. He's a big creator, if you're not following Jesus Martinez already, and he's representing his own guild that he has already co-founded or founded, sorry if I messed up the wording, Legion, because he built his gaming community called Legion, and they seem to have been involved in Star Atlas lately. If he's competing himself, I am so itching to see him fight, honestly. We got the first quarterfinal stack ready and set. That match is gonna come later on after we finish the first 8 races, and it's gonna be Hash Panda, NDR, Kill This Guy, and Fede Roma. That is gonna be an interesting one. That is definitely gonna be a very interesting one. Thank you, Santi. Santi says we look handsome, by the way, Morango. Thank you, Santi. Yes, sir.
Always.
And
thank you, but always. Come on.
Not always for me. We'll talk about her, okay? I'm all right. I'm all right when the day is good. And when,
if it doesn't rain.
Exactly. I'm all right when it doesn't rain. All right. Okay. Race 3, we got Hackmer, King Buddha, Dran S, and Jesus Martinez. Race 3, it looks like King Buddha and Hackmer are already on the racetrack. I'm itching to see if Martinez is actually gonna take to the track, and if we're gonna see his ship. Oh, who did I? Okay, so we got Hackmer, King Buddha, and our stage operator for this one is gonna be none other than our very own Clipper. He's gonna be the safety car in this one. So that's gonna be a pretty interesting one, and I only see the opals, Morango. I don't see any scuds yet. I'm a scud fan personally, but I don't see any scuds yet.
I would also use the opal jet.
Faster? Is there a difference in speed at all?
There's no difference in speed. It's more like if you know the trick to move the ship. Some ships, when you have low sensitivity in the mouse, they can start turning around like you don't move. But these kind of ships are lighter,
Oh,
and
so
you
it's
have a
much
green
easier to
mouse.
handle. And it looks like Martinez is not going to be
Yes.
showing up to this one because the race is already underway with only Hackmer and Buddha overtaking each other
Look
consistently
at King
right around the
Buddha.
corners. They're fighting, climbing on top of each other, no pun intended. And Buddha's just going on into first place, leaving Hackmer in the dust because Buddha was more aware on how to drive sideways and Hackmer was burning through his boost. King Buddha's taken the turn much more sweetly than Hackmer has, and Clippers right behind them to make sure the whole race is clipped. Pun intended, not pun, but also it was intended. Buddha's way ahead. You had your bet on Hackmer Marango. No, like obviously in this case,
Yes.
same scenario. Two racers, they both qualify because the other two racers didn't show up. Both of them got a bye. These two races are
Mm-hmm.
guaranteed qualify. We're doing this to measure their times because their times might come in handy should a tiebreaker take place. So between King Buddha and Hackmer, after seeing this lead that you're watching right now, the dust that
I'm
Buddha is leaving
torn.
Hackmer
I'm
in,
actually torn here because both of
I
them
don't
are
know.
racing really good. But
They're
King
racing
Buddha
pretty good.
has the
I agree.
lead.
They're both
You
racing
can
pretty good.
see, you can see how King Buddha uses the drift, like you said today, and he chooses the times for boosting. So he doesn't crash all the time. He doesn't take the turns and start scrapping the walls or anything that can come in front of him.
Got more of that
I
trigger
think that's
discipline.
why, yeah,
So that's what's saving him.
exactly.
All right. So that may be it. Holding off on the boosts when you don't need to throw in the boosts. That's what we call trigger discipline at the end of the day, and it seems to be paying off pretty well for King Buddha as Hackmer is left in shambles right around every single corner. And you can see him. You can see Hackmer desperately pushing, desperately driving sideways, not even taking the ramps. Don't want to risk flying. I just want to keep pushing sideways and try to push. But Hackmer is not timing the boost like the other players. You see players tap on the boost, but with Hackmer he goes beyond overheat then back. And I think that's what's separating him from Buddha. I think Buddha's taps are actually getting him way further. Even though Hackmer's positioning with the vehicle, like you said, is pretty nice, pretty safe, pretty intense, and even the way he takes the turns, he just hugs the wall as best as he can to try and cut as much of those times as he should. But if he keeps misusing the boosts by overextending the heat, I don't think he's going to be able to compete with some of the beast finalists that don't even let the boost overheat them. I think he's going to have to pick that up.
Yeah, that's the trick, not overheating. Because if you do, you get slower, you go back. So you actually need to learn and to know when to use it and how.
Indeed. And yes, Buddha is flying like crazy. Volare! And that was Daenerys who said that, Morango. I don't speak Spanish, obviously.
Volare. Whoa. That's for Daenerys. And I
Yes. No, don't worry. Hackmer, Buddha. Buddha's way ahead still. I have no clue. How or why would Hackmer want to even overtake King Buddha at this point? It would be torture to even try. So many gates ahead.
It's impressive.
What is this?
Yes, and it's impressive the way that King Buddha is so fast and don't
4
crash.
gates ahead. 4 gates ahead,
I would be
Morango.
going to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'd bump into the walls as well.
Oh, Hackmer, come on.
I'm not half as good as Buddha is right now, honestly. He's looking very solid on the track, crisp, clean cuts. He's knowing how to economize his boosts very, very diligently, which is where Hackmer is lacking a little bit at the moment. But let's give Hackmer credit where credit is due. The way he's moving on the track, the way he's hugging the wall around every corner, the way he's driving sideways, he's got it all down, just missing one little detail. He has the routing right. He has the positioning right of the ship. It's just boosting. If he can get boosting right before the end of this tournament, he just might make a really, really intense upturn for the whole tournament. So that'll be pretty insane if he actually managed to pull something like that off. It looks like King Buddha already finished with a 4 minute 30 second. 4 minutes 30 seconds 0.8 time. That is bigger than Hashbang.
That is the fastest.
That is the biggest time we've had. Exactly. That is the biggest, fastest biggest. What I mean, that's the fastest time
Fastest.
we've had. Exactly. All freaking crown him. Dirty Money's like already crown him. And Santi was like, Buddha is flying. Well, King Buddha might be crowned if he keeps racing like this. Right now, this is the fastest time we've got a race. He already secured his qualify to the quarterfinals. So he's gonna be in the quarterfinal too. And we're gonna see who his opponents are after the fourth race is said and done. King Buddha's had a really intense race, honestly. If I'm Hackmer, I first of all don't feel bad, Hackmer, because that you raced against somebody who got the best time I've ever witnessed in my life. He was so fast, even I was swallowing his dust, bro. Like, honestly, I wouldn't feel bad about it. And at the end of this race, you did get your qualification anyways. You're going to go to the quarterfinals, so now it's time to regroup, strategize. Know where you... If any of you are Hackmer's friends, let them know. Condom is bitch freaking perfect. You just need a little bit more boost, a little bit more trigger discipline on the boost, because that's what separated Buddha from the rest, from what I've seen this race. I'm not a coach, I'm not an expert by any means, I'm just saying what I observed at this moment, and I hope my tip helps at all, and maybe there's more secrets that I should be aware of, and if there is, King Buddha, I'm taking you on at the side after the event. We'll see how much you charge for one-on-one sessions to get those sick times, because Dirty Money needs some lessons, so if I can get you some of his dirty money, you can, give a lesson to both of us for making the deal happen. We'll see. We'll talk about it after the show, King Buddha. We'll see about that. He's like, fact. All right, Dirty Money's already on board. We already guaranteed ourselves special courses. Don't worry, I'll bring you on, Morango. Don't worry. We'll both get special courses from King Buddha on how to score the fastest times possible in this game. There's no doubt about that. Okay, looks like Dran had a computer issue, so that's why we had just 2 for this race. That's all right. And those 2 both qualified. King Buddha and Hackmer have both been qualified, which is actually great. What next, Morango?
And Draco already in the track. We have the Kit Kata and Saba Beast.
Saba Beast.
Saba Beast. Yeah, those 4 are going to be the next racers.
So let me tell you something.
I hear you.
Okay, so Gear 9.
I hear you.
You see Gear 9?
The what?
9 is one of the racers participating in race 4. So,
okay.
It's the Kit Kata, it's Dark Void, Zava Beast, and this YHNH Gear 9 guy. Okay. So, Gear 9 is some guy that is a really, really amazing guy, by the way, and I've been sitting down with him on every 2-3 days for the past maybe 6 months. So I'm very biased on this one. He is a good gamer. He is Vietnamese. And if he was here, he would be like, come on, bro. Let's win, bro. That's exactly how he sounds like. I am not kidding you guys. And he is an amazing guy. And he's about to take the race, and I didn't know he raced. I am curious to see what his racing skills actually look like. And I am so curious to see if some of his audience members are actually watching and in the chat that support Gear 9. I would love to see who from the gang is actually following us as well. 36 people watch, and again, we appreciate every single one of you. And they already started the race immediately. It's gonna be only Dark Void and Draco. Gear 9 got automatically eliminated. I was so excited for you, bro. Dang it. All right. Looks like it's gonna be Draco and Dark Void. Again, an automatic qualification to the quarterfinals. So this automatic qualification is gonna... Oh, I see the computer stats, the frames, the CPU, the GPU heat on Draco's computer, which is cool. He's got a pretty well performing PC, but that doesn't seem to be enough to beat Dark Void, as they are neck and neck around the corners. Draco's not that far from Dark Void. You know them better than me. What's the deal with Dark Void and Draco?
I can tell you, both of them, great people, great gamers. But if you see the Dark Void in ships, any ship, he's a master of it. So I put my money on Dark Void too. My guys
they're
are
both
really
Chimera.
good.
They're both your guys.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, this is Chimera on Chimera violence right here. That's what we're witnessing. Okay, I see how it is. Dark Void and Draco competing against each other. First, well, to be fair, they both did get the qualify. So they both will be making it to the quarterfinal, but that means that they will be placed up against King Buddha. That means that they will be in the same quarter as him.
It might
Your boys
be
are in
hard.
trouble, Morango.
Yes, it
Your
might
boys
be
are in
hard.
trouble.
I trust them. You can see how Dark Void uses exactly what I said today. When he's flying, he goes in sideways like drifting, and when he turns the turns, he do it really closely. And when he taps for the boost, he do it, but he doesn't keep it pressed so much time, so it can go back, retract, and it doesn't overheat.
I see what you mean. I see exactly what you mean. They're already in the second lap. 6 gates out of 21 on Draco. Dark Void is 10 laps out of 21, right? Yeah, 10 laps out of 21. 10 gates. Sorry. I keep confusing gates and laps. I apologize to anyone getting confused by that. 2 gate difference. That's not much. That's like a few overheats away. Or that crash away. Did he just get crashed? Or that was our stage operator? No, that was our stage operator that crashed. Okay. Luckily, thankfully. Dark Void is still far ahead. All right, the Dark Void is still far ahead. Not a single crash has happened to him. Draco is right on his tail, trying to catch up to him, but the difference has just been extended way beyond repair. As Draco should try to salvage what's left of this race, because he probably should go for as good of a time as he can get. Because I don't see him getting first place at this point with the difference that with the distance that Dark Void has created in between them. What do you think is the best strategy for him to get the lowest time possible on what is left? And do you think we'll have to have a tiebreaker?
No, I don't think so. But I think that Dark Void has a usage of the ships that it's amazing. So you can see that he didn't crash. If he did scrap a wall, he didn't even notice, and he knows exactly how to use the boost, and that gives it the advantage, since from the start he didn't crash anything. If you start the race without crashing, you're golden.
Yeah, exactly. I can
that
see
ensures you to be in the front.
Yeah, you take the lead and then you try to hold on to that lead as long as you can. Did I see Draco miss? Did Draco just miss the 6th gate? Draco just missed the 6th gate. He didn't go through the 7th. Draco missed both gates. He has to go back. He has to respawn. He missed the checkpoint. He's still going on. He didn't even notice. He went next to the 6th gate instead of going through it. So now Draco's racing for nothing until he respawns. This is a technicality that the ref will probably call him out on. And he's not getting advanced. He's not gonna get his timing. Draco, you just ruined your whole race. He just realized it and crashes into every pillar he sees. Oh my god, Draco, your race has gone such a mess. It is be so thankful that 2 of your group mates did not show up for the first race. So you did get a qualify to the quarterfinals, but if you do this in the quarterfinals, you're gonna get eaten alive. You got people like King Buddha waiting to munch on you in the quarterfinals. You don't realize the kind of intensity you're about to go through as soon as this race is over. Because over here, it's fun and games between Chimera, Chimera on Chimera violence, but it's not really that violent from what I'm seeing so far. So it seems that the real challenge awaits them in the quarterfinal. Hello, Maddox. Hello. Hi, Maddox. Welcome into the race. And it seems like does he still not realize that he missed his checkpoint, Morango?
I think he didn't.
What do you think the team? Notice. What do you think the ref is gonna do about it? Do you think he's actually gonna have to go through every single checkpoint? Because we do have to schedule the time, but he's already 5 minutes and 33 seconds in. Oh, he just respawned. He just respawned. He just realized it. This is the gate where he went to the right side and then ended up missing the pole instead of actually going through it. This is the part where he actually had a blunder that prevented him from actually completing the race. He would have gotten 2nd place anyways, but he would have at least gotten the time that might save his butt in the case of a tiebreaker was needed. But now he's just gotta hope that a tiebreaker won't be needed. because if a tiebreaker was needed, he's not going to get the best time. But he qualifies regardless. The bracket's looking solid. He's going to have to step it up because in the next quarterfinal match, he's going to have to be going up against King Buddha and Hackmer. You know, he's got some stiff competition. You can see the brackets up here. Quarterfinal 2, Draco and Dark Void both qualify. As we gear up for race 5, Slicka, Sakalin,
Discussion. No discussion. Yeah. Only practice a few, but when you see her racing, shooting, whatever she's like, she's so invested that you can see that she really likes to game. So no game is enough for her. No game is hard enough for the Neris. So my money is totally on her.
I don't know. Morango, I've seen Sakalin. He's cracked. He's really cracked.
I saw him too.
But you know, Metal Phoenix is not to be underestimated either. Metal Phoenix is our boy from Soul GG as well. Okay, from Solana Gaming. And he's one of the guys that signed up kind of late, but put in some practice. And he's one of the guys that does pick up games quite quickly. And I'm pretty sure he did show up, didn't he? Pretty sure Metal Phoenix is here. Now, of course, we're gonna have to see which racers are actually here and which racers aren't, to see if somebody's gonna get an automatic qualification or not. In case they do, I see Sakalin and Daenerys are already here, so we're definitely gonna see a race take place. Ooh, that rhymed. But as soon as that race takes place, we're gonna figure out. I don't see Metal Phoenix anywhere. You think he's gonna miss on it? I know that Sakalin and Daenerys. You know, my first bet was Sakalin. Your first bet was Daenerys. If we see a one, very interesting. It's gonna be a very interesting one if you actually see a one-on-one. And I'm not actually gonna bet against you, Morango, but in all honesty, I'm pretty solid about Sakalin. Yeah, I see what you mean. Morango, your mic muted. I think you're having a bit of audio difficulties at this moment. No worries, don't worry. There you go.
You forget to mute.
There she is.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, we got told today or yesterday. Sorry, I'm kind of lost. Metal Phoenix might not be participating, so maybe it's going to be only the 3 racers that are already in the track.
You're right. Is SH Bob part of this match? Hold on.
Yeah, he moved.
Wait, is Slicka?
Sorry, they moved him.
Wait, so Slicka is SH Bob? Oh,
I think so.
a minute. I think maybe.
Slicka is from Neon.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Slicka is from Neon. I thought the bracket said Slicka from Neon. The nearest Metal. Oh, maybe they subbed SH Bob with Metal Phoenix. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe
Exactly.
I'm looking at an outdated. Maybe I'm looking at an outdated. Yeah, there we go. There we go. They subbed Metal Phoenix with SH Bob. Sorry, guys. I was looking at an outdated graphic. Okay, I wasn't looking at the same one that I'm supposed to be looking at, which you guys are watching right now. Apologies. That one's on me. It's gonna be Slicka, Sakalin, Daenerys, and Bob. These are gonna be our competitors.
Do you understand now what I'm here?
Yeah, now I
I'm sorry.
understand why you're here. Yeah.
I'm here to help
always
you.
correct my ignorance. Exactly. All right, so Sakalin, Daenerys are on the track already. Clipper is already setting it up. SH Bob is already moving towards the track. Are they all in?
They are there.
All right, I think they're all in. All right, let's take a sip of water before casting this soon to be very intense match.
Actually, something interesting is that Daenerys chose a Fimbuloi. The Fimbuloi
Driving
is
a Lobi?
actually a transport. Yeah, it's transport ship.
wants to flex while winning, Morango. Maybe she wants to be like those San Andreas low riders dancing through the finish line. You never know.
It's interesting to see this. But yeah,
Just going
I
for the
will see.
American
I will
muscle.
see.
Not what I'm used to.
You go,
Not what I'm
girl.
used to, but maybe, just maybe. I'm on the Scud team any day. Seeing Sakhalin and SH Bob hold the
Yeah.
Scud makes me satisfied.
I think today, the event of today is going to be
Oh, they're underway.
Scud
3,
game.
2, yeah.
And
there
they
we go.
started.
Sakhalin, the slide sideways. Who is this? That's not Daenerys. Didn't let him overtake her until he slid right under her, as Daenerys was sent flying, but comes back swinging at Sakhalin, not letting him overtake her. You might have been right. Sakhalin had a small bump against that wall. Daenerys capitalizing on it and goes through the 6th gate as Sakhalin and SH Bob fight over 2nd place. Sakhalin trying to overtake Daenerys once again for 1st place. 8th gate is the one that decides that Sakhalin is in 1st place, as Daenerys still overtakes him over and over again. This is the tightest race we've had all night. 3 really, I would say, equally skilled racers going at it one after the other. You keep seeing the overtakes on the leaderboard. Sakhalin just re-overtook Daenerys. SH Bob is right on their tail. And Sakhalin might have just cemented his lead on 1st place. I hope I did not speak too soon, because Daenerys is really, really good at overtaking them all of a sudden. I can't believe she did all of that with a Lobby, because I thought that Lobies were a little bit harder to handle than Scuds. So the fact that she's done all that with a Lobby is pretty impressive. She's still letting Bobs eat the dust. Like, Daenerys can get 2nd place here and move on to the quarterfinals. So Daenerys might have done her job at this point. Daenerys might just be satisfied. Oh, wait. Daenerys is not the Lobby, Morango. The Lobby is Clipper. The Lobby is
but it said Daenerys here in the
yeah.
Sorry,
Okay,
guys,
no
I
worries.
got confused.
I was wondering, because Daenerys was doing so good overtaking 1st place. That is it. And
I was amazed. Yeah.
Yeah, I was amazed as well. How
I
would
get
a
it.
Lobby get that far? And but honestly, Morango, I think I had the right bet. I think I was right to bet on Sakhalin for this one. And
I let you have this one.
yeah, I mean, you're in good faith. If you're in good, you have a good outcome if Daenerys actually gets 2nd place. Because if she gets 2nd place, she'll still guarantee a qualification to the quarterfinal. So you'll still get to see your girl in one more fight. But will SH Bob deprive you of that scene? That is something that might take place. You gotta be ready for all the outcomes, Morango. You gotta be ready for the possibility that Daenerys might not be allowed into the quarterfinal because SH Bob might overtake her at any minute at this point. Sakhalin is driving really smoothly, sideways as well. And it's his drifts are on point. I was right to bet on him. You know that I've never seen him race? Same case as Hash Panda. Plays amazing in the shooting games. So I was like, this guy probably is going to be really good at the racing.
I'm not surprised that Sakhalin is so good at managing a ship. So
yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I'm not that surprised either.
But you can see how everyone is.
Oh, Daenerys has been overtaken by SH
good.
Bob. Did you just see the scoreboard? SH Bob is in 2nd place. Where is SH Bob? There he is. And he has overtaken Daenerys. And he's also coming for Sakhalin. He's right on his tail. Is this the last lap? No, it's the 2nd lap. One more lap and he's right on Sakhalin's tail. There might still be a shot for him to actually overtake 1st place. This is not said and done. SH Bob just had one of the wildest comebacks. This match has been one of the most hectic action-packed matches we've had all night at this point. Because we've had so many overtakes. We have Bob trying to be the underdog in this scenario. And we have Daenerys trying to come back into this match. Because you're not cheering her on enough, Morango. You have to be cheering on your friend more for Daenerys to actually pick through and actually qualify for the quarterfinals. And I'm just trolling you. But Daenerys is close to actually overtaking Bob. If Bob makes one mess up, one more bump, and he's gone. One more bump, one tiny little bump, and Daenerys can get 2nd place. But if not, Daenerys might be down and out for the count. And Bob might take 2nd place. And he would be the one qualifying for the quarterfinals, as Sakhalin leaves no space for Bob to overtake him for the 1st place, as he closes down the 15th gate, almost at the 16th. That's 5 more gates to go. He's already at the 4 minutes 25 second mark. So we're definitely not gonna see King Buddha's time being overtaken here. There's no way somebody's gonna overtake 4 minutes 30 seconds. I think, honestly, because I had never seen somebody do that time. I think we might have just witnessed a record setting of some sort by King Buddha earlier, because I did not expect that kind of time being closed down in the race. 20th gate, the finish line is left. Bob overtook Sakhalin. Sakhalin re-overtook him on the first rank. At the final push, Bob overtook Sakhalin for a split second. And then Sakhalin re-maintained his position to actually finish in first place. They both would have finished first and second. They both would have qualified anyways. But the way Bob was cheekily trying to overtake Sakhalin, he's like, sleep on this side. I'll try a little, backstep kind of situation. But Sakhalin was like, nope. And that did not work. Sakhalin immediately putting his foot down and getting first place, while Bob gets second. And Morango, I am sorry for your loss, my dear. I am sorry for your loss.
I appreciate it.
Daenerys, we still love you. Forza.
You did amazing.
Whatever. Yes. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry that I don't speak Spanish to actually give you more words of encouragement, but that works. Sakhalin gets first place. Daenerys, unfortunately, is rolled out of the tournament because she got third place, so she doesn't qualify. And yeah. That means that we got SH Bob and Sakhalin qualifying. Daenerys, we're so sorry. I see you in the chat. Don't worry, you'll get them next time. Like, there'll probably be more tournaments. This isn't like the final Star Racer tournament. This is Star Racer Clash of the Titans, and this is the very first of its kind, actually. But there will be plenty more to come. So don't worry, Daenerys. You'll still have another shot at this. Do not fret. And it looks like we're gonna have to be moving towards the next match on the. So we got 3 more before we move on to the quarterfinals. So we know that Sakhalin and Bob are gonna be moving with us to the 3rd bracket of the quarterfinal. Can you?
Exactly.
Display the brackets on the stream. Hello, Madoku-sekun. Good to see you, buddy.
Hot Pot. I told you today
you
that
like the name.
nickname.
Yeah.
Hot Pot. I
Hot Pot.
love
It's a cute
to
name.
say it.
Hot Pot.
Oh my gosh.
Hot
It sounds so British.
Yeah.
Hot Pot. Do you want some water?
When he say Kit Kata, oh wait, it's Jimmy Am. Yeah, Kitty Kata already got eliminated. Kit Kata. So that means we got Hot Pot, which is my homeboy. Bankope is coexistent, which makes me think he's a good player. Jimmy Yam scored a 1 minute 30 something seconds in the tournament qualifier. So I know he's broken. Like, broken as in cracked, as in OP, right? I know that he's going to be a pretty good gamer. And I know that he might secure his spot here. Honestly, I'm worried about Hot Pot. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't worry. Maybe he actually put in some practice. Gotten some nice skills down. Maybe he's gonna nail down a proper nice timing. I'm not really sure. We'll see how that goes. But overall, what do you think? What do you know? Firstly, what do you know about Jimmy Am, Yunal Max, and Bankope? I'll tell you all you need about Hot Pot, but give me more info on these 3.
What I can say about Niam is that he's really fast. He gets really fast in the tracks, and he can be unbeatable. It depends on the racers and the track, but he can be really unbeatable. I'm sorry, the other guys I don't know, but I will let myself get surprised because choosing the Opel Jet for a race is a really good choice. It's one of the perks of using a racer ship that is X small. Yes.
3 of them are Opel Jet Jets
easier
right
to
now.
use.
3 of them are Opel Jet Jets right now. Interesting.
Let's see what Bankope is going to choose. If I'm not mistaken, it's also an Opel Jet.
Very interesting. Let's see how this one will go, actually. Bankop is from Coexistent. You know, Coexistent have been pretty cracked gamers overall. So he might have something to bring to the table as well. We're getting ready. The engines are roaring, and the racers are in place for race number 6, ladies and gentlemen. And we got Jimmy Yam, we got Unal Max, and we got Hot Pot. Hot Pot. All right,
Hot.
Hot Pot. All right, looks like Bankop won't be making it to this one, I think. No, he won't, because they're
No.
already underway.
They
Or
started.
he is already underway, and he's in first place as well. We're just not getting his transmission fully, but that's all right because Unal Max is in first place. Mayam is in first place. Bankop was in first place. Bankop is in second. Mayam is Jimmy, who is the guy who had a crack time on the application. And already you just said that he's the only guy you know that has crack times and mad racing skills. So Jimmy is actually way far, not that far ahead, but pretty far ahead as Unal Max trails down. Hot Pot, my boy, come on, step out of fourth place, man. I know you can do better. What is Hot Pot doing? Hot Pot is not that far from third place, actually. Hot Pot can still push for it. You just need a little bit of that boost trigger discipline, man. Unal Max in second place as Jimmy is almost overtaken. He's right next to him, almost crashing into him, but not really. 15th gate crossed without a crash. I almost thought he had it. I almost thought Unal Max was actually going to grab that overtake. And
I was in the same
desperately.
thought.
Look at how close they are.
They are really close. Yes.
That flight just set the distance. The way he just flew off. Sometimes flying will not give you speed. Okay, you lose speed, but sometimes you get some distance in exchange for it. So depending on where your position is, flying might push you forward if you're cutting distance because you're going from one gate to the next gate quicker. You're cutting distance by flying over an obstacle or something. But if you're flying the road that you could have like logically crossing it will give you more speed. So I'm pretty sure there's no need to be flying. And Hot Pot is flying a little bit, getting stuck in last place, unfortunately. And Jimmy is maintaining his first lead while Unal Max is still so on his tail. I guess first and second are pretty apparent for now, unless Bankop has
They're really
some
tight, yes.
trick. Yeah, but to be fair, both the first and second will get qualified to the next to the quarterfinals. So that is probably already set in stone, but we're gonna see about that. We're gonna actually see about that.
Hot Pot is really using a way of driving, a way of using the ship that is more careful, but that's actually dragging him a bit
because he's driving way more straight.
Right? Yes, and kind of slow for what the race is. So
yeah,
you can see the difference between Unal Max and Mayam.
Yeah. Hot Pot didn't get the memo that driving sideways and drifting is in fashion this season, as it is the game meta at this point for most players. Unal Max right on the tail. How long will he keep teasing Jimmy? Or Jimmy's the one teasing him, being like, come first place, and then immediately Jimmy just got some more distance between them. Unal Max desperately builds up some distance, then Jimmy just automatically creates some distance. This might be the overtaking turn. This might be right on the finish line, and it was the overtaking turn as Unal Max cuts a clean cut by hugging the wall on that turn as he still fights with Jimmy over the lead, but Unal Max does have it for the very first time in this game. Jimmy is fighting back for it. The switch is happening over and over again. We are still unsure of who's going to end up with the advantage, but we're about to find out who's actually going to have it.
It's really fun. It's really, really, really tough to say who is going to win this because Jimmy and Unal Max tend to get overlapped. So you don't know if one of them is going to crash and the other one is going to get faster ahead.
Well, Jimmy just recreated the distance. Unal Max is recutting it, but like, look at him creating the distance. How is he doing that? How is he creating so much distance? I think, you know what I think? I think they have almost equal footing in this, but Unal Max has better turning when he hugs the walls. I see that collision. I see Jimmy getting bumped by Unal Max and sending him flying back. The rudeness, the disrespect. You see Unal Max taking the shortcuts. Every turn he hugs the wall properly. He takes the shortcuts. He has the better routing. But Jimmy just has the better boosting probably. Because he's just toying with him sometimes, like look at him. He's just gonna cut the distance by hugging the wall, getting the corners, trying to actually overtake Jimmy, and then Jimmy's just gonna outboost him in a straight line, outmaneuver the way he positions his ship. Jimmy obviously drives sideways way more often than Unal Max does. That's probably also playing a key factor. This is the turn where he overtook him before, remember? And he tried to do it again, but Jimmy more aware this time. Actually, that was enough to get first place.
Just a second.
It was 1 second away. 4:53, 4 minutes 53 seconds. We're seeing these times. We're seeing these cracked races, Morango. But honestly, we're just sucking Buddha do 4 minutes 30 seconds. I'm still hooked on that. I'm still hooked on
that.
Who's gonna beat that? Like, who's gonna beat 4 minutes and 30 seconds on the Exonade map? I'm so curious to find out. Hoppa finishing in. You finished the race, buddy. Let's go. 5 minutes 25 seconds. Not too bad. Not too bad. That's the time I would get, brother. Thank you for participating. Thank you for representing, and I enjoyed seeing your name in there. Unluku Maluku. Now me and I love you too, Sakalin. And now both me and Morango have lost a friend in this tournament. So now we are on equal footing, Morango. We have both had suffered losses on this one. Does it feel like an air hockey table? A little bit, I guess. Maddox is like, I have not flown into the game for some time. Does it actually feel like a hair hockey table? Hair hockey. Oh my god, air hockey table. And I'm like, yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Depends on how fast you go, Maddox. All right, back to the brackets as we go and check. So it was Unal Max and Jimmy Am who qualified for the third quarterfinals. Let's go, Jimmy. Shadix. Jimmy just displayed like an crazy good speed. Crazy good speed. I don't know how he did all of that, but he did all of that. But we'll see. We've got 2 races left before our little halftime break, and in our little halftime break, we're gonna rediscuss the quarterfinals, because the quarterfinals is gonna be 4 racers plus 2 plus 1. So yeah, let's see who got eliminated. So Imperium eliminated, Yamik eliminated. Who else was it? Spuggy. Was it Payo that lost as well? Yeah. Well, Jesus Martinez. Dran As. Thank you all for actually competing. Thank you all for participating and taking part of the tournament. Daenerys, I am very thankful for you actually competing with us tonight. Who else? Slicka didn't show up. All of you have put up a great fight. Most of you have put up a great fight. I don't want to sugarcoat it. And what's left is left. We got 2 races. Morango, do you see who race 7 is? Do you see who our next race is? It's somebody. People have been asking for him in the chat. Ask the wise and great Jindo. The wise Jindo is actually paired up with Dakota. Dakota is also quite cracked. So you got, I'll break down the lineups for you guys. You got Dakota, you got Jindo, and you got Nakar. Adali is not going to be participating. Probably because I think he did not show up. I'm not sure. Adali might be away from his keyboard. If you're listening to the stream, you gotta get back now because your race is starting. And if you don't show up on time, he did show up on time. I guess you're listening to us. Love it. Love you, bro. Thank you very much for showing up. And let's see. So Adali is here. Nakar is here. Jin is in. Let's go. I think Jin was here at the very start of the stream, and I was like, I heard the stream has some very sexy casters, and he was like, "What do you mean I'm not casting?" So I was like, "Yeah, but I heard they brought someone else who's also pretty sexy," and he was like, "All right." So we know that Jindo's confidence is higher today. All right, we know that he has high confidence today. Dakota has the skill, and we're also aware of that. Nakar, have you seen Nakar race already, Marango?
Actually, no.
Inc. using his Zink username. Interesting. Interesting. I guess this is how he wanted to be portrayed on stream through his Zink username. That's an interesting way to do it. You're cheering Onizuka on. Onizuka's almost here. Almost here. When's Onizuka's match? Let me check for you. Onizuka's match is right after this one, actually. So this one will take like what, 5-6 minutes, CB94ZZ. And then after that, you're gonna see your buddy Onizuka. I see you cheering for him, so I wanted to let you know. And I'm gonna answer this chat real quick. And are we gonna?
Okay,
oh,
we're
they're underway.
starting.
We're starting. Jindo rocking the scud. It's gonna be Jindo, and it's gonna be Jindo, Nakar, and Dakota.
Ooh.
Did Jindo just start off into the wall? Did he
Yes.
run into the wall right off the bat?
That was my.
Did he just?
Oh.
He blew his whole lap, didn't he? I think he just
Mhm.
blew his whole lap. Yeah.
He
Alright,
needs
so
to really boost it now.
Yeah, Nakar is in a solid second place. Not that far off from Dakota, but my expectations seems to be accurate, where Dakota is in first place, leading by quite a bit, whereas Nakar is not that far off. Not that far off. One clean cut accompanied by a nice booster control, and he can just overtake him. He almost touched the back of his ship. Nakar almost touched the back of Dakota's ship, and Dakota was like, sayonara, and then he kept vroom vroom out of there, completely not leaving any space for Nakar to build off of. And I don't think Nakar's rebuilding that space. Look at this slow build up on Nakar's screen. What are we? We're watching Jindo as well. Look at the slow build up on Nakar's screen. The slow build up is starting to pay off as he gets so close, gets right next to Dakota, and then Dakota zooms right out of there, not letting him have the distance. But they're fighting over these tight corners. They're really fighting over these tight corners. That
And
crash
there he
happens
goes.
as Nakar
Nakar
overtakes
took
him.
the
He
first
overtook him and
one.
pumped into him, but did he get overtaken again? No, they're neck and neck, quite literally, as well, as Dakota is right. I don't even have a clue. Is Nakar still in? Yeah, Nakar is still in first place. Jindo is not too far off behind. We could see him making a comeback on this one, to be honest. I wouldn't count him out just yet. He is rocking that scud the way I like, but Nakar is the one toying with Dakota at this point. The looks like the tables have turned for both of them, as now Dakota has to be the one to build to like close down the distance and build up some momentum to actually get through Nakar, and maybe we'll see some more collision on this one, because we saw the aggressive way Nakar, and there we go. There's the overtake right around the corner. That it's tighter than it's ever been, and the overtake does happen because Nakar fails to cut the corner as tightly as Dakota does. Dakota clean on the turn, and no way you could beat that turn. I've never seen that specific turn being taken so nicely, driving sideways and still taking the whole turn. It's a long one, and actually not missing a beat on it. I think Dakota's meaning business at this point. He didn't like that bump when he got overtaken by Nakar. They are trading paint indeed, Alexia. I've seen Nakar just constantly pounds into Dakota's, just desperately trying to maintain that lead. Regarde la classe avec toi. Okay. Well, we're entering the very last lap as Dakota is still in a solid lead, and Nakar, did he lose his advantage? No, he's still right on his tail. He's still very much right on his tail. Nakar is still neck and neck around the turn, one cut turn. Do the same thing he did to you, Nakar. All you need to do is wait for the big turn, cut it as tightly as you can while driving as sideways as you can, and he'll get it. Do you think Dakota's going to seal it off? Do you think that's the only overtake that's going to happen? Do you think Nakar can come back with this one?
I don't know if Dakota keeps on going in the way he's going right now, using the drift and not overlapping the turns. I think he can make it. If he doesn't bump anything,
Look at
And
that
if
cut.
Nakar doesn't use his...
Yeah, but look at that cut. That's oh, and the bump.
Do you see
So
that? That's
cut,
the problem.
the cut was already where Dakota was cutting the most distance. Nakar was already losing the most distance from the way Dakota cuts that tight corner. The long one where your checkpoint is at the edge, there's a pillar. I think that pillar is overwhelming Nakar, so he feels like he has to take it from the right. There's this tiny distance that Dakota isn't scared of actually entering. And Nakar is losing based on that technicality, because it's not a technicality. Technically, it's a skill thing. I'm not going to say skill issue so that Nakar doesn't get mad, but, you know. So the thing is, that turn is being cut deeply enough because Dakota is not scared of that pillar, basically. See what I mean? They are rubbing in racing dirty money. Indeed, they are. Nakar is left high and dry in second place. He got bumped a few times. He lost his momentum, but still, 4 minutes and 53 seconds. What was the time on first place? What was the time on Dakota there?
4 minutes and 49 seconds.
4-second difference. I think that was one of the cleanest runs I've seen. Jindo makes it back 5 minutes and 11 seconds. Do not underestimate that, guys, because I could not do 5 minutes and 11 seconds. So even though you've seen Jindo being a bit late, he's competing against monsters in this lobby. I personally wouldn't do 5 minutes 11 seconds. So Jindo, kudos to you, brother. You need still a bit more practice, but you did put up a good fight, man. 15,000 courses, c'est toi le meilleur. Oof, I see people cheering Onizuka on in French in the chat, saying, don't worry, you've done 15,000 courses, you're the best. And we'll see if... All right, so back to the bracket, ladies and gentlemen. That was an intense race. We got Dakota and Nakar qualified, and they will be competing against who wins. You've been waiting for this, CB. Tu attendais cela. Onizuka Eikishi will be playing against Coex Zaif, Shadow King, and Skull Crusher. Now, just like Gear 9, Skull Crusher is somebody that I've known for years and sat down with quite often. So, I don't know about the bias, because Zaif is also somebody I've played a lot of UE5 with, and that I've seen being cracked at UE5. Who's your bias?
Onizuka right now.
So,
let's see the last. Yeah, but let's see. It's the last race for before the quarters. So let's see.
DB, Murad, everybody else cheering on Izuka. Aside from the fact that you're saying he took 15,000 courses, tell me why Onizuka is your...
Wow. Okay. Just me. I can actually hear you. Yes. So, okay, right now, in race, the last race that we're going to have before the quarters is going to be Onizuka from Coexist Saif. It's also from Coexist Adali and then Skull Crusher. We're going to see how these four manage to use this track to let us know who are going to be the last two before we close to the quarters. And there they go. You can see how Onizuka takes the lead. He's a beast. Oh, he got overlapped. I can see how Skull Crusher is actually trying to struggle, trying to move up. This one is getting to be a really tight one. Yeah.
I am
He's
back. I am
back.
sorry, Marengo. I am sorry, everybody. I am back, and yes, I do bite my fingers when I am off air. Apologies for that. I am
shouldn't do
ashamed, and I
that.
know all of you has the right to shame me. Yes, exactly. All right, so Adali was moved from the last race to this one. All right, we got Zaif, Onizuka, Skullcrusher, and Adali fighting neck and neck. Adali was moved to this one because he was having technical issues in the last one. He was moved to this race, and he's getting third place. He
So
did
my
a
bet
lot of effort.
was right. My bet was right. Onizuka is on the first place, followed by Saif.
Oh, you were right. And my bet was right when I told you Skull Crusher hit me up in DMs. He was like, bro, you got any tips? So Skull Crusher is getting crushed, basically, essentially on this one. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, buddy, but you know, those who put in the effort actually get the results. That's just how the world works. And Adali is overtaking him in second place. Your bet is going wrong now, Morango. Onizuka's not letting them move. Onizuka is in first place. Everybody was so impatiently waiting for Onizuka to compete. I am so sorry that I had the cutoff to not actually cast on your boy's game. But Onizuka's already so far ahead that I so well. And driving... Oh, now I see why you guys like him. He knows how to lay his car to the side as much one of the cleanest. I'm so tempted to see what time he's gonna finish. Do you think there's a probability that Onizuka might even break King Buddha's record at this run? Do you think that might be a thing?
I can actually see it happening. Yes, it might happen.
Well, he has 1 exact minute to actually complete it because he's on 2 minutes 30 seconds. No, sorry, it was 4 minutes and 30. So he has 2 whole minutes to break King Buddha's record. Onizuka might break. Onizuka is the monster. Okay, man. If he breaks 4 minutes 30 seconds, I'll say Onizuka monster all day, Murad. I promise you. But because I've never seen that record that King Buddha just put on the table, bro, that was insane. So, but the fighting is still stiff over second place. Zaif is back on track. Your bet is back in play, Morango. Wait, have you not lost a single bet yet? Daenerys, that was the only bet you lost.
The only one, my friend.
Yeah. You only lose on your friends. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes. But we can see that Onizuka is actually not giving up the first place.
Nah, he's so far ahead that he's probably going for best time at this point, but I don't think... Well, he has 1 minute.
I think
he has 1 minute left.
Exactly.
To go through...
I was going to say
15 gates, 14 gates at this point. 13 gates, let's make it. How is he going through the gates so fast? 12 gates, and he will be done with the... He's zooming. I need... Now, Dirty Money, I think we found our instructor, buddy. think we found the guy that's going to teach us how to race. Zaif is still in second place. Adali is in third. Look at the cut of the corners. Just as good as Dakota's, but he goes around the third wall. What if it was better to cut the third pillar too? That's what where my mind was at. What is this? Did he just fly? Did he just go off the map? Where's he going? Hello? Is he trolling them? Yo, look at that routing. Did you see that routing? I thought he was trolling. I thought he was like, okay, let me go waste some time. But no, he cut his time, but not by much, though. He still has not failed to beat King Buddha's time. Did you see that ramp off the map? That was pretty intense. One more gate left to go for the 46 seconds and a half taken for Onizuka to actually cut through, as Zaif might hold up your second place. Your bet is still up. Second place will go to Zaif with 4 minutes 59 seconds, almost a 5-minute mark there. Adali, I appreciate your effort, man. You got disconnected last game, reconnected this game to actually compete. You put up a great fight. You were so close to actually getting second place and actually going, and you ended up getting third place. That might hurt, but again, hard luck, and there will be more tournaments later down the line. Morango, another bet of yours. You're at like 95% rate success of your calls tonight, let's say, which is pretty cool. We have the full bracket. Okay, look at these quarterfinalists. Each match is so packed with good racers. It's pretty hard to miss a single one of them. So we got quarterfinal number 1, Hash Panda, NDR, Roma, and Kill This Guy. Second quarterfinal is going to be Hackmer, Buddha, Dark Void, Draco. Third is going to be Sakalin, Bob, Jimmy, and Unal Max. Fourth is going to be Dakota, Nakar, Onizuka, and Zaif. Well, before we get into the quarterfinal, and before we wrap up the first round 32, there's been a lot of races. There's been a lot of action. There's been a lot of fun leading up to this moment, but we're gonna have to give you and take, and then we'll be back through some of the most intense to a halftime break, so that we can actually get our voices in check, and so that we can actually have everybody can take a bathroom break if you need to, for those sitting at home and wherever you are. Basically, you might need it. We've been running for 2 hours. The start was rough, but we're still at it. We're still almost done with the first half of it. But just so you guys know, don't go anywhere, because the stream is just about to get as intense as it gets. The racers that are left are the best that it can be, and there's no way you would want to miss out on this one.
I'm Craig, the founder of Super Phoenix DAO and now SuperPhoenixSports. We're lucky enough to have Michael Wagner, CEO of Star Atlas, on with us. We're going to talk about a few things Star Atlas related and the new thing up and coming with Network. So thanks a lot, Michael. Appreciate it.
Yeah, great to be here with you, Craig. Always enjoy our conversations. So Zink is an identity-linked VM L1. Kind of buzzwordy there. Let me just break that down for you. The SVM component is the Solana virtual machine. Obviously, we've been big advocates and proponents of Solana since really late 2020, and I think pioneers in building on that blockchain. But at this point, we've decided we're just going to go full open access. Anybody can deploy programs, anybody can launch applications, anybody can become a validator on the network, and we actually think that help us in a lot of ways in really providing utility to the network itself, and also just expediting the growth and expansion with new projects and teams. Yeah, and I'll just add on, this this idea of, again, kind of observing what people are engaging in. If if they received one airdrop and then immediately just sold all of those assets, well, that's one data point that can perhaps lower their reputation score. And so you're rewarding the holders, you're rewarding the real users, and then they continue with their eligibility for this. But we're essentially leveraging the player profile technology and primitive that we built for, and we use that as the basis key for which you can link any of your underlying wallets, your pub keys, accounts, and then ultimately you'll be able to go on, assign permissions to each one of those underlying accounts or wallets that you've. The core premise is that you can effectively do things, an optional KYC process. All of your data is fully secured, protected behind a zero-knowledge proof, and all over that data. And without sharing any specific information about yourself, you can validate certain requests that come from other different applications. You've done the KYC, and you want to connect to a decentralized exchange that now has started requiring KYC, because that's where the regulatory landscape has taken us, hypothetically. In theory, you can connect your Z-Pro that application, and you can validate via a binary response, yes or no. Has this user completed KYC? Share your name, your birthday, your passport number, your address, your utility bills. That's already been done, and again, it's kind of protected behind the zero layer. It does introduce what we call Sybil resistance, and this is the ability to identify somebody as a real person and not just a bot, not just a spam account. It's a real person connected to a particular on-chain identity, which adds a lot of value throughout just about any ecosystems, and there's a lot of ways that we can apply that to Star Atlas. But I'm not a cypherpunk myself, but I've been around since 2013, and I do deeply believe in these kind of broader ideologies around blockchain, permissionless systems, censorship resistance, privacy, but to some extent as well, we do anticipate as the industry matures, there's going to be more regulatory obstacles in the way, and especially when you're dealing with high volume of transactions or high value transactions, those likely will need to go through some KYC process at some point. And so again, we want to make that available, optional, but at the same time, protect the user's data to the fullest extent that we can through the zero knowledge proof. What we envision is a path where different projects can leverage this identity piece and this reputation system and find ways to distribute value to users. That could be through airdrops, for example, and also find ways to integrate the on-chain identity into their login process. It's effectively a single sign-on option to any application or any decentralized application, and in that you can set up things like Sly Assistant. For example, you can configure permissions on what that fully auto-approve connected wallet is capable of doing, while maintaining the security of any of those, especially to the extent that they're linked with a cold storage wallet like a Ledger, for example. I am kind of at the point where I don't know that fully on-chain gaming can work without some level of permission control and automation capability. We've kind of seen the memes on X of people that are clicking approve transaction on every single thing that you want to do in a real-time game environment. That's obviously not something that's going to be widely adopted. A very frustrating user experience. So allows us to solve this cold start problem. We can bootstrap a network with millions of transactions, and something like 20 to 40 live TPS on the network on day one. That's something that most blockchains, when they launch, can't say. They're out trying to source projects and applications to build on that network. So Zink benefits significantly by having us shift all of the Star Atlas game logic over to that network. Adds a tremendous amount of value capture potential to that user as well. They're doing legitimate things on the network. They're active regularly on the network. They're engaging with different applications. They've completed the optional KYC piece. They've increased their level of their Z profile to a certain point. All of those things then enable somebody who wants to promote to that individual to identify them as a better quote unquote target. But that means that now they're willing to actually distribute more value to that individual because they know that they're legitimate. They know it's not just a bot account, it's not a spam account. We're not categorizing this, marketing it, or framing it as a gaming chain. I think of this as kind of a generalist L1. We want to DeFi applications. We want to recruit, RWA and DPIN and marketplaces and NFTs and PFPs. We want all different types of projects to ultimately launch on the network. So we're not framing it or catering specifically to gaming.
Traditional entities, organizations, corporations, networks are going to still have to rely, on the rules of their jurisdiction and being able to confirm, like you said, a person, they are who they say they are, so not on perhaps a list they ought not to be, right? It's something of that nature. So opportunity in our space, as it evolves, like anything else, as we start to see finance become a bigger part of it, and whether that's, I think Solana's obviously looking to take a good lion's share of that, migrates over the next few years. And so I think obviously a project like Zink that's already extremely compatible, offers a few more of those benefits, can be a good place to land, I think, for some of these ancillary projects that want to be able to connect the two and offer that kind of a user interface.
I couldn't agree more, and that's one of the reasons why we're focusing so much on this full compatibility with Solana itself.
But no, it's been great having you. I appreciate you coming on and giving us some time to kind of go over Zink and some of the new things that you guys are putting together over at Automata.
My pleasure. Excited launch of the mobile app. Wish you the best of luck there, and
Absolutely.
I'm sure that tournament is thrilling right at the moment. So thanks very much, Greg. Great to chat with you.
All right.
Today we'll be going over the mission goals, the org chart, roles and responsibilities, event timeline, and the progress board. So there's the green side and the blue side. Blue side is race operations. Donson is heading up the lead mission support team, and we'll have our final plans done by early November. The run-of show is basically what is the actual event, like when we turn on stream. What's the color casting going to look like? What does play-by-play look like? Our mission is to host competitive racing events for the Star Atlas community, and our goal one is host our event on December 13th.
Makes sense.
Yeah. How about that, team?
Yes, something right now. You click on the number 2, which is...
We have 2 race teams prepping races, right? One team is going to be actively racing.
I can't say much about that, but the others 2 maps we can play and gain.
And you bump into someone, that's normal, right? But what if someone starts intentionally trying to just push you off the track constantly? Like,
go to the official race list, the first tab, and it's linked under avatar.
Imagine that to be more of a typo. We are still planning on doing a 4-person race.
Keynote, deep dive panels, etc., etc.
Discord overlay for the interviews.
60 favorites and 23 reposts. Well done.
Favorite one they had from startup.
Okay.
In a galaxy far, far away. Well, actually, it's right here in the metaverse.
Wait, where's my crew? Why am I making all the decisions alone?
Meet Captain Jenkins. He used to think running a galactic empire solo was cool. He was wrong.
This is exhausting!
But there's a better way. Introducing the Star Atlas DAO, where democracy meets the final frontier.
I propose we increase mining rewards.
I second this motion.
All in favor of not letting Jenkins make decisions alone anymore?
Hey! Now I can focus on what I do best, looking cool in my captain's chair.
With Star Atlas DAO, you have the power.
I just voted on fleet composition. I feel so democratic.
I help decide resource allocation. My polis tokens actually matter.
But wait, there's more! State your polis now and receive voting rights on major decisions, a voice in the galactic economy, the warm, fuzzy feeling of decentralization, bragging rights at space cantinas.
What'll it be? I'll take a cosmic And did I mention I'm part of the Star Atlas DAO governance?
Don't just take our word for it. Here's what DAO members are saying.
I've invested in 17 different galaxies, and I can honestly say this is the most engaging governance system I've encountered.
I went from space dictator to space democrat, and my crew actually likes me now.
Stake your polis, join the discussions, vote on proposals, be the change you want to see. The future of Star Atlas is in your hands. Will you be a passive observer or an active participant in the greatest democratic experiment in gaming history, the metaverse, where every voice matters, every vote counts, and every polis token is a step toward true decentralization. Plus, it's way more fun than being a space dictator.
Trust me, I'm a council member.
Star Atlas DAO democracy in space. Side effects may include increased civic engagement, compulsive proposal reading, and overwhelming desire to discuss governance, etc. Consult your local state. Past galactic performance does not guarantee future universal domination.
How the heck did you authorize this?
Iris Bounty, of course.
Okay, we are live. Hello, everybody. Yes, I was laying down, and we are back, and the racers are set and in play. Bro, look at me just standing like that for like a couple seconds. There we go. All right, yes, we are live. Hello, Donson. Okay.
We're here. We're back.
So,
did you miss us, guys?
That was a good halftime. I don't know. The commercials were pretty good. Not gonna lie, they might have enjoyed the commercials more than they enjoyed us. Not gonna lie. All right, so we got NDR. We got NDR, Hash Panda, Kill This Guy, and Roma.
Fede. You can say Fede. Fede is like a name. It's like Federico. Yes.
All right. My money's on Hash Panda off the bat because even though he's third place right now, I can see Hash Panda throwing down and getting something to work.
I don't know. I'm sorry I cut you, but
it's so hard. It's so hard to pick apart here. All
Kill
of them
this
are
guy.
amazing. Kill this guy. Okay.
Kill
you
this
just
guy.
pick whoever's in first place already. Okay, because NDR is so close behind on second place. He might overtake him and throw your bet right off the window. Kill
he's
this guy
getting
still
close,
has.
but not enough.
He is. Yes. Kill this guy still created a little bit of distance. I think it's sufficient. I think your bet is safe for now. You should probably get less of a bonus because you bet on him after he gained first place. We'll see though. I'll still count it for you if he wins. So the way this works on this one is also the top two will also qualify to the semifinals. So you don't have to be first place. You can get second place and still make it to the semis, which is interesting and nice. And we're seeing
It
Hash
takes the
Panda's
pressure off. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to be fair, unless you're fighting for second, like what happened with what was it? What happened with Daenerys and Bob? Like they were fighting over second and third. Like it doesn't take the pressure off unless you're like very far on first place. That's when it might take the pressure off of you. Did NDR just fly over Hash Panda and overtake him? You just witnessed that, right?
How did he do that?
I have no clue, but Kill This Guy is taking advantage of that very tight corner to actually get as much speed as he possibly can. And that is pretty insane.
It's amazing the way that he's taking the turns and doing exactly what we said today about getting straight line and going like in the side.
Yes, diving into the corner, and
she-
his routing is so clean. Well, this guy has really decent routing. And his boosting is impeccable as well, to be. There's no way. How is he performing this well? He wasn't performing this well in the last one. In the last one, two people haven't showed up. He was sure that he was going to qualify, and I was telling you he's not showing us everything. And now, judging by this match, he clearly wasn't. Okay, looks like he is one of the guys that take this corner a bit too tightly, the way I thought it would be taken. And he's 2 minutes and a half in. He's got 2 minutes left to break the tournament record. I'm gonna call this the tournament record because that time that Buddha just ran of like I gotta see the high scores for this page. Does he have a stream? Sure. You want to see Quill? Quill. Who's Quill? What do you mean, Dakota? Who's Kill that you wanna? Oh, Kill This Guy. Okay, yeah. Sorry, with a K. I got confused. Yeah, Kill This Guy. This is Kill This Guy's stream. He's very much on the right track of cutting the corners. Yeah, I got confused, Dakota, because you put a Q. My apologies, bro. His routing is pretty clean. His driving is pretty sideways. Dakota, you're taking notes. I see you on the bench. He's like, he knows that if he qualifies, he might have to come up against Kill This Guy later on. So he's like, can you play him on the stream? And he's just taking notes of how he's gonna compete to try and overtake him once they do compete together. That's a pretty smart approach. Yeah. Keep laughing, man. I see you taking notes. Somebody take the notebook off this guy's hands, guys. Come on.
It's a good strategy.
It is. It indeed is. NDR holding the second place. Okay, so I think it's pretty apparent that Kill This Guy is gonna get first place on this one because of the distance it's on. Elite move. I agree, Dirty Money. I agree. NDR is losing his second place to Hash Panda. Hash Panda is desperately fighting for survival at this point because second place means that you survive in this tournament and you progress to the semifinals. It just might be worth it. It just might be worth it if he makes it up that far. We'll see how that goes. Hash Panda, you're very close to it, man. And
Kill this guy is always on top. It's always on the first side, on the first
he hasn't lost his
line.
position. He hasn't lost
He
his
didn't
position
bump
since the start.
anything.
He's just given them no fighting. He was like on a league of his own since the very start of the whole race. I have not seen him concede position, not even once. Dakota saying his next race is so hard, so he doesn't know if he will play versus him. 4 minutes, 39 seconds. That's 9 seconds away from King Buddha's record. 9 seconds away, and he would have actually gotten King Buddha's record. Dakota, I'll check your next race in a second. But who's cutting second place? Was it Hash Panda? Hash Panda cut second place, 4 minutes 53 seconds. There's a pretty big gap. Obviously, there's like a 13-second gap between Kill This Guy in first place and Hash Panda, and then everyone rolling in. Kind of goes to the entire tournament. So Morango, can you translate this? Tengo premio de consolación.
Do I have a prize of consolation, like a prize because she only participated?
Okay. Well, you have our love.
Oh no, because it wasn't her identity in the one that had the lowest, so she said that she was someone was using her name. Maybe it can be discussed. Don't worry. No te preocupes, Daenerys. Yo te acompaño.
Well, regardless of that, what is this? Let's see. So for the first quarterfinals, we have our first 2 second finalists of the night, which is gonna be Hash Panda and Kill This Guy. Now at this point, Kill This Guy has been extremely dominant. Hash Panda was pretty good. But I'm very curious to see what would King Buddha do if he was put in a track where people were bumping into him. You know, that's where I'm curious to find out.
I don't know, actually.
I think that possibly Kill This Guy might be able to take out King Buddha. Now Dakota was saying that his next match is very hard. Right, Dakota? I saw you in the chat saying that your next match is very hard, but you are in the last quarterfinal. You're in the fourth match, Dakota. Your opponents are Nakar, Onizuka, and Zaif. Now, I understand that Onizuka was pretty good, hands down. The boy, the guy, the man, the woman was pretty good at the race. It was pretty good as well. I mean, to be fair, if anyone that has made it to the quarterfinal is kind of cracked. But I don't know, Dakota. I think you're one of my favorites as well for this one. Wait, Dakota, weren't you cheering for Onizuka as well? So he's your friend, technically. So wait, Dakota, are you French too? So, like, would this game count as like French on French violence kind of thing with you and Onizuka? Is that how this one would count? I'm not sure, but it looks like no, you're Macedonian. Never mind.
Macedonian.
Yes, Macedonian. Oh, the next race is getting set actually. We're gonna see the king. Morango, we're gonna get to see the king. You think he's gonna break that record again? United Macedonian Gamers. Oh, UMG is United Macedonian Gamers. Thank you for explaining that. You know,
interesting.
One of my closest friends in the space is Macedonian as well. He's building a game. He's a pretty great guy. So I've only had positive things to say about people from there. But yeah, it looks like this quarterfinal is getting set. It's ready to get started. Draco, Thermic, Dark Void, and Hackmer. Wait, King Buddha, Hackmer, Dark Void, and Draco. Thermic is our safety car. My apologies. So again, King Buddha leaving no trace behind. Are you even surprised at this point? Look at them. The three of them are fighting each other while King Buddha let all of them swallow his dust. There is no way that I would have seen this much dominance on the battlefield. At this point, on the racetrack. Sorry. At this point, I think it's a matter of time.
It actually looks like a battlefield.
Yeah, exactly. Well, in the back it does, because all three of them are running into each other while King Buddha is just cruising through the track without even caring, because he's got such a far ahead lead that he doesn't even have to care about the others that are bashing into each other. It doesn't even matter to him at this point. But King Buddha might even be able to break his own record. I'm so tempted to watch him race. I'm so tempted to see how King Buddha races to begin with. Because how does he do it?
He's actually doing really good.
It's like
he's
raced
in the first place.
so many times that he has every bit memorized, like over and over and over and over again, to polish the fastest lap possible. It feels like that's what he did, honestly. He just closed down the first lap in a minute and a half. What would that mean? You know what that would mean? That would mean that if every lap was a minute and a half, that would mean that he would finish the whole race in 4 minutes and a half. So he's still on track for his record. And keep in mind, if you discount the time it takes for the acceleration at the start, you'll gain like 2 seconds. So if he doesn't make a single mistake here, he might break his record and get a 4-minute 28 seconds on the clock for his run. And if he does that, we might have to crown the king on Star Racer here today if he actually manages to pull it off. And watching him race right now, he might be able to regardless. But Dark Void, Hackmer, and Draco. Draco or Draco?
Malfoy.
I think it's Draco.
Draco. Malfoy.
Probably.
You can see how Dark Void is getting closer to King Buddha. At least he's trying to do it.
Yeah, Jindo, you went soaring into space.
Ooh.
Yeah, I saw it, Jindo. Your race started with a bump. Yeah. Morango, I'm telling you, the back row is a crazy
Buddha
fight.
Just crashed.
Wait, he crashed?
He
No
did,
way.
He crashed, but he didn't get
He's still in first place.
behind. Yes.
Yeah.
Talk about skills.
Wait, that'll cut. Oh, he just got slowed down again. What is going on, King Buddha? Come on, you're usually destructive on that racetrack.
Too cocky.
Maybe. Oh wait, hold up. Hackmer is right behind both of them. So it's more of a question of who is gonna take the second place. If 3 people are on top of each other trying to take the second place, Dark Void
and Hackmer are really tight.
Dark Void just overtook King Buddha.
But
King Buddha's in second place. Hackmer might overtake King Buddha for second place. The game is being overturned. King Buddha getting back on top of it only for a moment, and the moment's gone. And we believed that King Buddha might be overthrown on this one, but look at that bump. They're just pushing each other forward, trying being like, go get him. No, and Dark Void is so close to actually wrapping this one up. Hackmer, you're so close. You can smell the finish line. Second place is only a few meters away. There is no way you're gonna toss that out. There is no way you're gonna agree to toss that out like that. That would be.
It's really important.
This is where the overtake.
Not
just not crashing. Cutting this corner will set the pace. Cutting this corner will set the overtake. They're rubbing each other. The contact is there. Hackmer with the overtake. Dark Void is still on his tail. Hackmer nails the
Hackmer got to second.
I told you, it was all about who takes that second corner better. It was all about that one specific corner. As soon as they bumped into each other, though, I was unsure of whether or not that overtake would happen. This corner is also going to be a different setter, and Hackmer beautifully handles it. Dark Void overtakes. He looks back, does a little spin to the finish line. Dark Void was robbed of second place there. Hackmer, well freaking played, bro. You guaranteed yourself the spot. They all look at the times. 4 minute 45 seconds, 0.4, 4 minute 47 seconds. There's 1.5 second difference on that finish. Draco. 5 minutes 11 seconds as well. Failed revolution.
Jindo.
Long live the king. The audience is saying it was a failed revolution. Long live the king about King Buddha, right? We'll see. Long live the king. Honestly, I'm little moment in which both Dark Void and the Hackmer were overtaking King Buddha, I was like, there's no way this is happening. Is he actually going to lose? He's actually not going to get first place, because his bumps twice really cost him a lot of time, because his laps are this time. But it wasn't. It really wasn't. Well, back at the brackets, we're in the third quarter final. We've got my boy Sakalin, we've got Bob, Jimmy, and Uno Max. What's your money on, Morango? I don't know if people can hear you right now, but what's your money on?
Can you hear me, guys?
Just say it. It's okay. I can. Oh yeah, we can hear you now.
I translate you.
Yeah. I'll relay the message. But no, you're good now. They can hear you.
I might say that I see it really tight between Sackline and Jimmy, or Miam. But I see that it's really tight between the two of them.
Gonna sleep on Bob like that though?
Bob did a great job, but I don't want to say it. Leave it at Sackline and Jimmy. I won't say that it's because he took off my friend.
On Sackline.
Yeah.
He eliminated Daenerys. That's right.
It was a secret.
That's right.
You weren't supposed to say.
Oh, forget, guys. This is not recorded. This is an illusion. All right.
This
so
never happened.
That was, this was a quarter final number 3, Sakalin, and number 3 means we have all of them already in place. Whoa, these races are set up so quickly. Everybody's itching the race as they got to the quarter final, apparently. And they're on their way. We're ready. Sakalin's in place, right behind Jimmy. So that means Jimmy has a slight advantage, but Sakalin slides in a slimy way to actually take position. But Jimmy overtakes him regardless. Jimmy is driving the Opal while Sakalin is riding that Scud. Let's hope Sakalin is not at a disadvantage here, because the Opals are both overtaking him. Did he just use him to bounce off of him? That didn't give him speed though. Jimmy and Uno maintaining first and second place, while Bob is kind of sleeping in the back row. But you never know. We've seen Bob make a huge comeback on the last one when he did the think thing that hurt you, that we're keeping a secret. We might see it again. He might hurt me by eliminating Sakalin. We'll see. Jimmy, however, is having an unexpected lead. Unexpected from me, basically, because I saw how he played the last time, and I saw how Uno Max played. Their times were very close. Sakalin had a better time than both of them. So the fact that he's third place, Uno Max and Jimmy are neck and neck for first, is really weirding me out. There we go. They almost had contact there. Sakalin getting really close to Jimmy, then the distance fades him away. And Sakalin is essentially trying really hard to close the gap, while Uno Max is just not letting him close it because he wants that first place. Jimmy's not even first. And Jimmy just made the mistake of not cutting that corner. We've seen Jimmy crash into that exact corner before, so he probably chose not to get slowed down by it this time. Sakalin also trying to capitalize on the tight turns, but it's still to no avail. Are you still sure that the Scud doesn't have lower speed than the Opal? Are you sure it's just the handling?
It's the usage. It's the usage of the boost, actually, and how you ship. How do you use the ship?
So what about the boost? Does it heat faster than the others? Does it what's with the boost?
I can see that the Uno Max is actually using very well the boost. He's not overheating the engine, anything like that. He's just good.
He's just how good. To use the ship. So don't get twins, whatever the rhyme was. And Morango says get good. Quote it please under the stream. Morango says get good. Skill issue. All that
skill.
All that is
skill.
Yeah. Uno Max is actually displaying skill because Jimmy is really struggling to keep up.
Yeah.
Like, in all honesty, I did not expect this turnout.
I have the same
We
thought
haven't-
right now.
We haven't seen Bob almost all race. We see Jimmy trying to catch up to Unalmax, like really desperately, but also to no avail.
Jimmy's really trying.
Yeah, Jimmy's right on the tail, but Unalmax is just not having it. Not having it. Let me see it. What's Jimmy doing? Jimmy's flying, glazing through to Unalmax. He's cutting the corners so sweetly. His routing is pretty good. His driving is pretty sideways, which is what the meta is like these days. I'm not sure. 7th gate is down. Final lap. I think Unalmax has almost closed it down. Jimmy will still find his place in the semifinals if he manages to hold on to 2nd place on this one. He just might make it to qualifying regardless of how it goes down, which is pretty good. Let's see how it's going to happen.
Sakalin is having a really solid flight too. He's doing it
Sakalin
really
has.
great.
I haven't
Even-
seen Sakalin mess up. All right, and this is what I'm wondering about. Like, I haven't seen him mess up. Maybe the boosts they're doing it better than them. Maybe he's going too far into the overheating, but I haven't seen him mess up once. Right? I've only seen him like play clean routes. I've seen him drive sideways properly. I've seen him. That's why I'm like, why is he always behind this far on Jimmy? See, I think he deserved a little bit more space there, but maybe it's the way he was cutting them corners earlier. Maybe that's what led to it. Bob is out of the equation on this one completely. Where is Bob? I thought he would make an underdog comeback by now. 3rd lap, almost at the finish line. No sight to be seen of Bob as we got 1st place, 2nd place, 446, 447, I think. 448. Okay, so it was also a 1.5 second difference. Oh, it was a 1.5 second difference between 1st and 2nd and 2nd and 3rd. So Sakalin almost had that 2nd place, but Jimmy chose to take the qualify. Hard luck to Sakalin. I guess Sakalin now will have to take it back, which is unlucky, actually. But yeah, we're back at the brackets. So now we have our we have our first semi-finalists for the 2nd semi-finals match, which is Unalmax and Jimmy. Now against these two guys, who are you cheering for in the last quarter-final match? Yeah, that's a good question. Dakota, Onizuka, Zaif, or Nakar? I mean, we had a lot of Onizuka fans in the chat. They say he's the French legend and how he's so great at what he does. I personally think he's gonna make top 2 because I've seen him race. He's actually pretty good. He's legit. Like, he's not just being hyped. But Dakota is somebody I've played a lot with. You know, I want Dakota to win for personal reasons because I like Dakota. But
I would
Zaif
go
was
for
your
Onizuka
bet.
again.
Yeah, but Zaif
Yeah.
was your bet last time. What's your 2nd bet this time?
Dakota.
Dakota. So we got the same bet on this one? Alright.
I go for Onizuka first, but yeah.
Honestly, I think Onizuka will get first. I think it'll be Onizuka, Dakota.
Yeah.
I don't know who's gonna beat the other, Nakar or Zaif. Watch them prove you wrong. Prove us wrong right now. Let's see. Well, this just might be a very, very intense matchup, and it looks like they are ready, and looks like the engines are already fired up and ready to race. They're all on that track. Zaif, Dakota, Nakar, and Onizuka, they're all super ready to get it rolling.
Dakota is not just good, he's amazing. So you go, Crash.
Let's see. Voice problems? Oh, now you hear me. Okay, never mind. That was old.
Double
So we
check,
got
Hola,
yeah,
hola.
We're good. I double checked you. We got 2 Opals, 2 Scuds. Half and half. It's a mixed breed match. And they are ready. 3. What? Dakota's being flown up. What's going on? Yo, Dakota started the race from the sky. Manages to get 2nd place.
Zaif fell too.
He's riding on the... What the... Dakota's playing from the sky, not even racing on the ground. What is going on here?
Look at
Was
the
that-
car.
Yeah, Nakara is the one in first place, but I think Dakota just overtook him. Not even the intense battlefield that's going on right now. Nakara is not wanting Dakota to overtake him. We're going metal on metal all the time since the start, but Dakota stealing away the first place. Where is Onizuka? Where is your French hero? Why is he in fifth place? Guys,
what is happening?
Let's go. Why is everything turning out the opposite of what Morango expected? I'm happy with Dakota. Don't get me wrong. I hope he maintains this place. You guys think Onizuka can actually make a comeback on this? Let's see if Onizuka does make a comeback on this. We do see Dakota swifting through the corners, trying to take advantage of every single second he has already gained in the race, not even wanting to give any space to the opponents, not even wanting to give any speed towards any of the opponents. His boost, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'd say Dakota is a solid candidate right now. Nakar is, how far is Nakar behind him? Look at the distance Dakota's closed already. He's already looking so solid. He's already cutting the corners so cleanly. He's already doing the boost. He's doing all the things that he needs to be doing in order to actually get a decent scoring on this one. That's pretty good. Why you look shocked, Morango? You look very shocked. Is it Onizuka now? You're not shocked at Onizuka?
I'm just in awe. The race started in a really weird way. Everyone was so tight together, and it was like overlapping each other, and then
they were so tight together that exactly on the 3-2-1 countdown, somebody was under Dakota, and I saw him bump Dakota up to the sky. Dakota started from up there and then swooshed down, like in a weird manner.
One of the things you can notice, is that the Calico Scud is a really fast ship. I didn't have high hopes for it when I saw it first for racing.
He's had hopes for it, honestly, not because I own one, which I do, so I'm not just trying to pump my bags here. All right. It's more because
I'm sorry.
I like the way it looks, you know? I like the way it looks. That's pretty much it. Honestly, like I like the way it looks and plays out on the racetrack. It feels like a Formula One car, you know? To me, the Opel looks like a mosquito. I don't like the fact that it looks like a mosquito, you know? Like we're seeing it here, and that's the only thing that I don't like much. That's mainly why my personal preference is usually the Scud. It looks like Dakota's still far ahead. Nakar's still in second place. Onizuka did manage to catch back up on third. He's desperately trying to catch up to Nakar. Look at his racing intensely as he tries to get second place. Remember, second place will still guarantee him a spot in the semifinals. If he can just get it. He has a whole lap. One whole lap. That's all you got, Onizuka. You've got to have a perfect lap and hope for one mess up out of the car. And then you might make it to the semifinals. He's already came a long way. Zaif is already thrown in the back because Onizuka just swooshed through him. Dakota seems to have cut quite a bit of distance away from the car, so he seems confident. I want to see what time Dakota is going to be closing in because he hasn't even hit 4 minutes and he's halfway through the final lap.
Onizuka is getting close.
Yo, you might want to see Dakota's timing after he's done with it. I think we might have a record breaker on this run depending on how he takes the last few turns. Nope, never mind. Maybe, just maybe he has 20 seconds to break it. 20 seconds for 5 gates? Maybe not. He's almost there. 15 seconds? No. I felt it. I was like, maybe he was gonna break the record, but almost. He's gonna have 4:30s for sure. Like he's not gonna break King Buddha's record, but he's gonna be close to it. I think it's the pep talk we gave him before he hopped into the match. It's the noting down he was doing on his notebook. There we go. He flies in. I told you it was in the 4:30s. The Mosquito is the F1 Alpine of Star Racer. Just saying. It's pretty fast. I don't blame you, but it still looks like a Mosquito to me. That's all. That's why. And to me, a Scud looks like the race prep did all the work, dirty money. Him taking the notes actually made him ready for it. And so essentially, race prep. Yes, I think the Scud looks more like an F1 car than anything else. Honestly, I think the Scud looks way more. like an actual F1 car than any of the others.
It was close. Dakota made 4 minutes and 36 seconds. For 6 seconds. Yeah.
6 seconds away from King Buddha's record. I told you it was so close to actually breaking that record. Well, Morango, we have all of our semi-finalists ready. And all of our semi-finalists, this bracket is filling up, and I like the way it's looking. We got Kill This Guy, Hatch Panda, King Buddha, Hackmer, in one match. 4 Titans. That's a Clash of the Titans match right there. And then the second semifinals, it's Unomax, Jimmy, Dakota, and Nakar. I don't know. First match looks like it. Both these matches look like they could have been finals. Both these matches could have been finals and not semifinals. I wonder what the finals is gonna look like. I genuinely do.
I see Hash Panda in the championship rounds.
Yeah, semi-final. You got Hash Panda and King Buddha and Kill This Guy and Hackmer in the same match. Who do you bet on?
Maybe
in this case?
In the final one, Hash Panda again.
All right, I'm gonna take a wild guess and go against you this time. I would say maybe semi-final 1 is gonna end up with both King Buddha and Kill This Guy. I think.
Okay, let's see.
Think my
Let's
boy
see.
Hash Panda is gonna be out on this one probably. I love him.
No, but I
He's a
see
great
King
player.
Buddha too.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
I'm hoping Dakota and Jimmy get. I think the way I see the final is Dakota, Jimmy, King Buddha, and Kill This Guy. That's how I see the final. All right. Let's see if that prophecy comes to fruition, or it's theory or whatever. We'll see.
We're getting there. This is so exciting.
The semifinal is unreal. The volume, the depth of the names that we have on here, the level of skill involved in each bracket is just outstanding at this point. I have no clue how this is gonna play out. I see that King Buddha, Hackmer, Kill This Guy, and Hash Panda are all prepping for their matches. I can already see that it might be a full Scuds match. It might be a full Scuds match. How was the race, huh, guys? You weren't taking notes this time, Dakota? What do you mean, how was the race? What do you mean, how was the race? You missed out on the...
He had to restart the computer. Or...
He the last one to play just now?
I think he did.
Oh, the race hasn't even started. We're about to start, Dakota. You didn't miss out on anything. You restarted your computer and came back right on time, bro. You came back right on time. We were discussing he wants third-party app to put into research. Yeah, Dirty Money. You might want to link an API, extract all the racer data of how they race. All right, we're underway as the race goes on. The very first semi-final. Hash Panda thrown into third place, Morango. King Buddha predominantly ahead. I can't believe somebody like Hackmer is thrown into fourth place like this. This is unreal. Kill This Guy being overtaken by Hash Panda. Hash Panda's still in it to win it. He's in second place. King Buddha's kind of far ahead, to be fair, so I'm not sure. We got 2 Scuds, 2 Opals again. And I don't know.
The Mosquito is going really fast right now.
I mean, you heard Dirty Money. The mosquito, what I'm calling a mosquito is actually the Formula 1 Alpine of Star Atlas Racing. So he called it, and I shouldn't have ignored it. But yeah. Oh, did I see just some contact between Kill This Guy and Hash Panda on the Scuds? Hash Panda is still in second place though, not letting Kill This Guy actually overtake him as Kill This Guy does run into the wall. Those two cause him a lot of distance. Kill This Guy is growing further and further and further away from Hash Panda. Hash Panda's trying to gain some speed, some momentum to actually catch up to King Buddha, but King Buddha is so amazingly ahead and so dominant in these races. Why is King Buddha's so incredibly skilled at this. This is insane.
You can see now how kill this guy. Oh, he's so close.
He almost took that turn perfectly. I see Hackmer taking flying turns and like he's running a great race. I can't run the way Hackmer's running, yet he's so far behind on last place. Oh, Hash
and
Panda!
Kill this guy got second.
Kill this guy, overtaking Hash Panda. I can kill this guy. It's not gonna let it slide. I think Hash Panda's not gonna let it slide. Kill this guy's trying to drive side. They're both sideways scrolling to get to the 8th gate, but Kill this guy is still ahead, trying to cut some more distance. Imagine if they fight so hard that they end up throwing King Buddha in the dust. That'd be pretty funny.
It would be interesting, but I don't see it happening.
You sure? Because there's like a lap and a half left.
I see how close Kill this guy and Hash Panda are getting, but I don't see King Buddha worrying too much. He's like casually really fast going.
But when you're so close, when you're so neck and neck, isn't that what brings the best of you in a race, kinda?
Yeah, I think so. Sometimes
his dominant streak doesn't make sense. Like he's so incredible at this that it's insane.
Kill this guy is like waterfalls. How?
Oh, you just caused the little crash. It was your fault. He crashed into that wall because of you. As Kill this guy gets overtaken by Hash Panda. Hash Panda able to capitalize. You did this on purpose, Morango. You're the reason Kill this guy's losing. Dang. Hash Panda.
King Buddha and Hash Panda.
Hash Panda's so far away at this point because of that crash. Kill this guy just lost due to one bump into the wall. That he's probably not gonna recover from.
One bump.
Just one bump can change the whole race. If Hash Panda bumps into a wall right now, he's done. I don't know if he's actually gonna bump into a wall and be done with it though. We're seeing King Buddha's just cruising for a bruising at this point as he almost concludes his final. Oh, I just caused King Buddha to run into the wall, the pillar. He just he's pretty slowed down. Will Hash Panda catch up and actually overtake first place? We know that Buddha with this crash will probably not break his record that he did originally in the round 32.
King Buddha is not afraid to take turns and go really close to the walls.
Yeah, because he's got such a far lead.
Crash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He risks it.
You can see exactly. That's what I'm saying. He goes really fast, really, really fast.
Yeah, he feels like he has the luxury to take these risks, probably because of how far he feels like he's ahead. Oh,
he actually
so
did
close.
it.
4:32 and a half.
Away.
I told you that one bump is those 2 seconds that set the difference.
Exactly.
Hash Panda is able to close down the gap on second place as well. 4:45. 12 seconds, it's 12 seconds here. 12 seconds is pretty insane, not gonna lie. That goes to show that despite getting second place, the difference between King Buddha and Hash Panda is pretty big. Between King Buddha and anyone in this race at this point, honestly, is pretty intense because Hash Panda couldn't catch up to actually rolling beyond King Buddha not even at once. He was never overtaken. Started at the top, finished at the top. We see Hackmer about to close this down, flying and running down into the finish line. GG's Hackmer, 5:26. You must have been a little bit frustrated with that run, but you did make it far enough for the semifinals, which I would commend you for because I wouldn't have personally been able to probably. And well played, man. Looks like the bracket is still moving up. And we have our first 2 finalists. It looks like I was wrong about Kill This Guy, Morango. And you were right about Hash Panda. But we were both right about King Buddha. So our first 2 finalists are Hash Panda and King Buddha. These are our first 2 finalists. And then our second 2 finalists. Who is it going to be, Morango? I would say Dakota and Jimmy. That's who I'm betting on.
What do I win if I get it right?
I don't know, but you've gotten most of them right so far. You know, there is I think
Let me
there is
say-
prediction on Super Phoenix DAO app. I think. So you might want to go there and check what you do win if you do bet on somebody. Where was it? Yes, there we go. It was ClashOfTitans.SuperPhoenixDAO.com. That's what it was. So the links in the Twitch
Okay.
chat, Morango. If you're feeling like you want to bet some, I don't put bets personally, so
I
I'm
would
not gonna.
go for Jimmy and Dakota.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I said. Looks like we're in agreement on this one. I would.
Yeah.
Oh. This
Okay.
just in. Lanzer votes in Unalmax and Nakar instead of Jimmy and Dakota. I don't know, man. Nakar's been nice.
I think
We've seen Unalmax being dominant early on, Morango. So I can see it happening.
I think maybe. I don't know. I stick to my choice, Jimmy and Dakota. Those two showed a really, really big promise. Technicalities.
But he was one letter away from doing something nasty to the other racers, so I'm not gonna vote on him. I had to, bro. I had to. And Nakar is actually like in Arabic would be pronounced Nakhar because it's a K. So your winners are Maxcar. Yeah. No, because Unalmax and Nakar. Maxcar. So that's or CarMax. CarMax. That sounds like a polish brand, like a car polish brand. That's what that sounds. CarMax.
That's
polish
right.
your cars. I don't know.
They're gonna win because the two of them together create Max Car, and Max Car
Car
just
would max it out.
just spells victory to me.
Makes sense. Well, I've got personal bias. I like Dakota. I've played a lot with him personally, and I think he's been performing outstandingly. And Jimmy has had incredible timings on the qualifier as well as the timings he's been having within the tournament itself. He's been phenomenal on this one. But I don't know. It's nice. One of these racers is like a really incredible racer, and otherwise they wouldn't have made it to the semifinals. Exactly.
Had to be
In
to
order
make it
for
this
you to
far,
make it
for
this
sure.
far, you have to be an incredible racer. And speaking of incredible racers, they are already on their way. Dakota's already in first place, and Nakar is already in second. So my bet is on. Lanzer's bet is on, but if Jimmy takes second place, Morango will be more right about it. Honestly, I'd be happy with Dakota and Nakar getting this, I guess, because Nakar has been playing really hard. He did struggle once with his crash and then had to replay. Who was it? Was Nakar that? No,
crashed.
the one that missed the checkpoint number 6. Was it Nakar Morango? I think it was, right? Remember, he had to respawn and redo, or was that Hackmer?
No, the one that had to do it was Drake. Yeah, it
Draco?
was Draco. Yes, in his race.
Yeah.
When
he had to redo
when
the
he
thing.
was along with Dark Void. Yes.
Yeah. All right, makes sense. Well, Draco's already sayonara out of this bracket, so we're about to find out who the other two finalists are at this point, and
Let's
we're
see.
gonna have Dakota, Uno.
Telling you, Max Car can't beat it.
Paid them out to actually win on ClashOfTitans.SuperPhoenixDAO.com. He put his wagers there, and then he bought them out. He was like, Dakota,
What a
I'll pay you
hacker.
this much. Exactly.
Uno Max is doing really good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Lancer warned us. He
Mm.
has Max in the name, so he's gotta have Max.
Where's Max?
You know, that's. It's not far off behind though. We can see there the three of them are all trailing nice and tight. Actually, all four of them are pretty closely knitted.
Jimmy, come on. You're making me look bad.
Who's
Jimmy
in last
is in
place
last
right
place
now?
right now. That's what
Yeah.
Morango is
Jimmy.
trying to cheer him up.
He's he's making me look bad. Come on, Jimmy. Boosted.
I'll help you, Morango. Come on, Jimmy.
Jimmy,
Come on, Jimmy.
All right, looks like Jimmy's got a
Jimmy,
crowd.
You can catch up.
And Jimmy is not that far up. Actually, right now he did. A lot of distance has been created between him and third place, Morango.
I don't have him as a friend, but I will delete him. I will add him and delete him.
How can you delete someone you don't have though, Morango? How does that work?
I will add him and
you
then
add them and then you delete them. All right, you heard that, Jimmy? If you
absolutely.
lose this, Morango's gonna add you and then delete you. So what I would do in your case, I would lose this and then wait for her to add me to message her for a moment, and then the moment's gone. And then the car place.
Come on, Dakota.
He does have a car in his name, but he doesn't have a car through the finish line just yet because he's still struggling in third place. And Uno Max, we're a few laps away. How many gates? Sorry, a few gates away. We're about maybe
21, right?
15. There we go. 6 more gates, and Dakota is actually in first place to become one of the finalists, finishing cleanly like that.
Coda?
I told you, man.
I see.
That's my boy.
I see the side thing.
Side driving
can
is
never get that
pretty
down.
intense once they get the hang of it. Look at the way they enter the next fly. He's now gonna fly into that little right side corner once he gets beyond this ramp right here, and bam. The way they take this specific corner when they're in a tight space and then they still manage to hug the wall, that's one of the things I would struggle to actually take part in. And the way they cut, yes, exactly. And the way they cut that corner, exactly. See what I mean about cutting that last corner? 4 minutes 44 seconds, baby. That was pretty smooth.
My Max car didn't make it.
No, your Max made it without the car. Without the car.
Oh no!
All right, so
Max made it. Max made it. Yeah. Poor Jimmy.
No, poor Jimmy on you, Morango. Well, to be fair, it could still be the Max, you know, like the Max, Dakota and Max.
Yeah, I'm looking for him.
Finalist lineup. Somebody get me some drum roll, because now, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the very, very final match of this intense tournament. All these racers have come a really long way. It's been quite the journey, but we have ended up with King Buddha, Hash Panda, Dakota, and Uno Max. These 4 champions are all incredible in their own right, but only one of them can come out on top in this next race. And there's some favorites, because King Buddha did manage to break some sort of record. King Buddha was in the 3rd race in the whole stream. 3rd race, King Buddha pulled off a 4-minute 30-second, which I have not seen before as a run, and no one has yet to beat it in all the races that we have witnessed up until this point. We have witnessed around 15 races up until this point. None of them had the timing that King Buddha had displayed on the very, very 3rd race. So King Buddha, Hash Panda, Morango, you bet on Hash Panda since race 1.
What can I say? I'm a master.
Did you put the bets on SuperPhoenix.com at ClashTitans.SuperPhoenix.com? If you put your bet there, it's in the Twitch chat. I'll drop a reply to it. Hold on. Morango.
Drop it.
I don't know if it's still open. Oh wait.
Oh no.
Oh, you can't click and fly to it. Click to reply. You can't click and fly to it, or can you? Oh, you can. You can click on reply to it. And you
No
can see
problem. No problem. I will do this.
No, if you click reply, you can see the whole thing on the chat. Dakota is the best. UMG. Dakota. Right? Could have done like a go east, go west. Dakota is the best. You know, that's what you could have done. I forgot what they call this. They used to call this something. I forgot what these are called. What's it called? Let's see. Hash Panda, King Buddha, and Unomax are in place. Who are we missing here? Dakota? An AI agent that takes your other racer's data and provides you insights on your next race. Is that what you're up to, Dakota? Come on. Let's get him in place. He looks like he's loading in shortly, and we're waiting on him because his game is resetting. He wants to have a clean session of the game before every race. Not that bad. You know, that's pretty smart. The fact that he was taking notes after every race, and the fact that he wants to have a clean session every game, that's pretty commendable, bro. This guy knows what he's doing.
Finalizing his data review. That's amazing. Maybe watching a replay or something like that. Yeah.
Now's the time. He has like a box, and then he slapped on the tape with AI agent written on it, and then he has to manually crank it, and it will like roll out a paper with his race strategy based on all the papers he wrote down and put into it. That's how you should imagine his data processing is going like right now. And that is why he is not in the race at this moment. And King Buddha is in. Hash Panda, Uno Max. Are they all Opal Jet players? Did we end up with a 4 Opals finalist? Is that what happened?
For the moment, yes.
Yeah. Okay, only for a moment, and the moment's gone.
Okay, stop.
Yeah.
Let's talk
Finish
about.
round.
Okay, there's Dakota trying to log in.
It outputs in Telegram form. He made it into a Telegram bot. It's a whole N8N session that he has going on with the data he's been processing about all the other racers. There's a lot riding on the line, and the title of being the very first winner of the very first Star Racer Clash of the Titans is already a lot to win, begin with.
Do you see the screen of Dakota?
Yeah, he's stuck on loading screen for now. He might have to reset his game real quick.
But do you see that background? That is how it's going to look Exonate.
I mean, yeah, it's a bit under polished at this moment, but it will be better shortly. They're building the core basics of it for now.
Yeah.
Well, looks like we're almost underway. Dakota, King Buddha, Uno Max, and Hash Panda. Everybody. Oh, Hash Panda is gonna break the norm. I told you. We're gonna have a scud.
Hash Panda going for scud.
We're gonna have a scud. 3 opals and 1 scud in the very finals. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come a long way in this event to actually reach this cream of the crop racers that we have in front of us. King Buddha, Hash Panda, Uno Max, and Dakota are the best of the best at this current state. And they're so good that I have no clue who will come out on top. I have no clue who is more likely to come out on top, because there's just no telling who's gonna end up.
I feel like
Hash Panda, who's
Dakota is shooting. I have exactly the same thought. I don't know who is going to win this one. Who's going to go first or fourth?
It looks like they're watching us live from the Gallia game night. Shout out to Santi and the Star Atlas community. All are beautiful people, and I can't wait to play more UE5 shooter, please, for, well, maybe tonight, if you guys want. maybe in a few hours after I take a walk. And we love you all.
We can join later.
Yes, because they have the Iris Blessing drawing right now. If you had tickets into the Iris Blessing raffles, they're giving away thousands of dollars in prizes on a bi-weekly basis. So.
I always, every time there's a raffle, I get crew. I never get
Audio is not live for you guys.
They scare me a bit.
It's okay. Morango has been experienced. Oh wait, is
All right.
Nope.
A pair of blinking in and out.
I don't know how to. I don't know what's going on.
It went amazing.
I like that.
Are we back?
You're both live, and Dakota.
Thank you. We're back,
No
guys.
worries. Let's go. What is up, everybody? Dakota, my dark horse that I'm betting on has to get a good chip. Come on, guys. Get him settled. Get him a nice, fast mosquito. Come on. He's in. It's an opal Jejet, or what I call a mosquito. Yes. Yes, sir. No, it's 3 Jets and 1 Scud. 1 Calico Scud and 3 Jets.
Maybe it could be that.
Lancer,
like,
I'm with
the
you.
different one is
Lancer,
going
I'm
to
all
be
the way with
winner.
you, man. Like Scud is I love it way more aesthetically, but just like Dirty Money was saying, he's right that like the Jet is the Alpine F1 of Star Atlas racing. Yeah, it's like really clean on the track.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the one that is in the sky is going to win because he's the different one, but we don't know.
Mm-hmm. There's 2 Scuds
So,
now.
get ready.
Yet to beat King Buddha's first match, right?
Yes.
Was anyone
Match
close?
number 3. Yes, there was a a 2-second difference, I think, between him and Dakota's not last round, but the one before it. I think he was very close to running it, but not that close. It was like a maybe
6
a 3
seconds.
second. Yeah, 6 seconds, something like that.
6.
So they weren't that close, to be fair, because the lower the time, the harder it gets to shave off the seconds. So 6 seconds on a 4:30.
So there we
pretty
go.
impossible. Look at he's off to an insane start. It's like he's so much faster than everybody else. King Buddha overtaking everybody, throwing them right in the dust. He's looking ready and locked in to actually wrap this one up. He's been indispensable this whole tournament, to be honest.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
He's wasting no space.
No space. His routing is impeccable, without a doubt.
What does that mean, Opera?
The routes he tend to take. So basically, routing is like the trajectory you're taking with your ship when you hug the walls to cut the corners as best as you can, and then you lean into them. It's pretty insane.
Actually,
he just got bashed.
Yes.
Might give everybody a chance. That might give everybody a chance. Let's see if Hash Panda can capitalize on it. He did close the distance. Hash Panda is making good use of that. I'm unsure.
Got him in his sights.
Maybe the thing that is happening right now is that the map is backwards. They are starting in the finish line. They're going all the way around.
Oh,
they're
they're playing
using the same route they
direction.
did. Maybe that's why he just crashed. Because he's not used to see that. Yeah.
Oh, they were.
Oh, my God!
He had the map memorized, but now he's not. He's having to end up running into the walls. How Hash Panda's constantly using those crashes to capitalize on them, closing the distance, but King Buddha somehow remanages to recreate a lot of that distance and not allowing Hash Panda to actually capitalize on it in a crazy, insane way. One more crash and King Buddha might be in very grave danger.
Yeah, that's
interesting how King Buddha could crash twice, right? And still is in the lead?
Yeah, that part is crazy to me because a lot of people are having really clean runs. King Buddha crashes twice and is still in first place. That part is pretty insane.
What do you make of this?
What? What do you make? What?
What do you make of?
What do you think about this?
I think it's weird to see them go backwards, but I think that King Buddha is actually getting a really big domain of the map.
Yeah, but
even if it's backwards and you need to know how it.
Yeah, of course. But what do you make of the fact that King Buddha just crashed twice and he's still in the first place, though?
Oh, my English no good. My English no good. No, I'm amazed.
mi español es muy mal.
No, es bueno, es bueno. But you can actually see that he crashes, but he doesn't get behind. I don't know how, why, which gods he prayed to, but he doesn't get behind.
You can see how closely, like when he hits those curves, he's just shaving the edge of it.
Mm-hmm.
He's cutting it really close. So there's got to be something going on with there. What are the other three doing?
They are cutting it close as well.
Like he's cutting it really close. He's almost hitting it. I would have hit it a long time ago.
True. So, he does ride alongside the wall the whole time. Look at the way
Dakota has been sticking in the middle, right?
Dakota and Unilmax are trying to get past each other, but it's only there.
Neck and neck.
Yes, very much.
Yeah.
There's barely any space in between them at this
So
point.
that's Hash Panda is the other one, right? That fourth one?
Yeah, Hash Panda's Hash Panda's on this in second place at this point.
Hash Panda looks like he's shaving the edges.
Yeah, he is. Watch this big turn right here. It's in the opposite, but it's still a big turn. He shaved the entire edge of it, and he's been playing pretty nicely by rotating into the other side. He's always on the edge of every corner. I think his placement is pretty decent. Just don't understand how Buddha shaves even more on every single corner.
So what I'm watching is Buddha. You can see the boosting.
Yeah,
it's like he's like doing this. Yeah, and Panda's trying to do the same thing, but Panda's not cutting the corners in the same way Buddha is.
No,
so it's got to be like some combination there.
But I think King Buddha is really risky in his game. Sometimes he gets too close to the walls. And
Yes,
he
sometimes he
goes
does. Oh, look, he's walking backwards down the finish line, and we have our first finalist.
That was
We have our
epic.
4 minutes,
What a
43
legend.
seconds.
Wow.
Close to his older record. But I think he just broke a record on the very third race of this whole event, honestly.
He crashed
I don't
twice
think I've
though,
ever...
so he definitely. I can even
Yeah, on
understand
this
that.
one, yeah, he lost a lot of time because he crashed twice. But what an event! What an event!
That was
And
impressive.
King Buddha, Hash Panda second place, Dakota third, and Uno Max in fourth. Both Dakota and Uno Max are players that I had high hopes for as well. Hash Panda is an old buddy of mine, and I'm happy to see that you went all the way to the finals, man, and actually got second place. King Buddha, what the heck are you on, and how can we get teaching lessons from you on how to race in Star Atlas, sir? I have to know, and Dirty Money is willing to pay you for both our lessons and courses. I guarantee you that. And that was it for the races. That was the very finals, despite some of the technical difficulties at the start, but the event went very smoothly. Everything went amazing. What a tournament. Intense races, big moments, and a finish that kept us locked in all the way through. Massive respect to every racer that has showed up and competed today. Marengo, what do you think of everything that has happened today?
It was an amazing trip to be here to share this with you guys. It's been months preparing all this, so it's like finally get it done and be here right now, seeing the people racing, the people commenting in the chats, and the engagement it got. It's like so heartwarming, and I'm really grateful for being a part of this. And it was an amazing event.
And Lancer, the man who brought us all together. You were the glue to the whole team. What do you think of today?
No, I think in a word, to me, I would just say impressive. We started this 2 months ago in October. 2 months ago now? Man, it feels like it was 6 months ago. We met every single week, sometimes multiple times a week. We rehearsed, I think 6 times now. We've done 6 rehearsals. And everything you saw today was through the blood, sweat, and tears of 21 other teammates on the Star Racer team who learned hard lessons. We failed utterly all the time just so we could improve every single time until today. And as y'all saw in the behind the scenes, we had, Brujo leading the race operations team, which had the race planner, Crimson, and the registrant, Ingye. Esco was the referee, and Bohemian. And Bohemian was a fun police. And for our stage operators, Crash, Brotherly, Clipper, Azuri, and Crucifixion. So they made sure that the racers were all there racing, as y'all saw here today. Made sure they're in the right place at the right time, and just making sure that went smoothly. Especially Ingye, who must have probably sent 1,000 DMs at this point, trying to coordinate with everyone to make sure the times are right. International across the world, all the time zones. And then who could forget the broadcast team? So everything you saw today here, Donson was leading the mission support team, which has all the casters, none other than Nopeta and Morango, our 2 wonderful casters, and the people in the back where you could see like the switching the streams. Anime Bio was our stream producer, and our tech lead was Odd Frog, and also we had some close support from Matt MKS, and to make sure that the stream was as healthy as possible. So when I completely messed up at the very beginning, which was the reason why everything was late, it was my fault entirely. They were the ones who fixed it, and they fixed my mess up. So huge kudos to them, because without them, I'd be stuck clicking buttons trying to figure this out right now. And Money, if you saw X posts and in the chat, Money was our event marketing, and those cool halftime videos were all super cut together by Denkoi, and our chat mods also, Trophy Denkoi. And then who can forget, if you saw today the the update of the brackets that we showed frequently. And if you're on the app with the brackets, you saw all the racer inputs. Our project assistant, Darren K, she was on it the whole time. So the entire Star Racer team, I have nothing but utter congratulations for your impressive work. And I don't think I said in the beginning, but I am the director of the tournament operations within the SuperPhoenixSports. So all I did was just bring everybody together. After that, then the whole team started working together, and as you see, they largely ran this event without me. So, and in spite of me when I messed up. Yeah, don't click the record button in OBS, folks. That gives you some unexpected results. So thank you everyone. Thank you for making this success. And for our 32 racers as well, congratulations to King Buddha, who I still don't know how you did it, but you can bet that our referees are going to be watching your feed. It's not a threat. It's just congratulations are in order. So Nord couldn't join us right now because when I messed up everything, it also cut his feed. So my bad, Nord. He's with us in Abu Dhabi right now in Solana Breakpoint. So all of our Star Atlas folks who are there in person, King Brian, Funcracker, I heard you were there, and others. Thank you very much for supporting the event. And man, job well done to the whole team. This is just the number one. So this was our big opening tournament event. You can expect a more regular season next year, where we'll be doing smaller but more regular races as we make this more of a consistent thing. I think that's all I have. Thank you, Nopeta Marengo, for going the distance and covering things, and love it. Star Race team.
We're here to stick out for each other. Thank you so much for the kind words, Lancer. And don't worry, it wasn't, like everybody messes up. Nobody would have expected that starting recording would have actually done all this mess ups. Don't go too harsh on yourself is all I'm trying to say. And last but not least, thank you to all the racers, everyone watching, and the team behind the scenes. I also personally cannot thank all of you enough for actually making this happen, actually running this. The same thing that Lancer said, essentially. And that was it. I'm Nopera, joined by Marengo and Lancer, and this has been Star Racer Clash of the Titans. Thank you for tuning in. Our tournament has concluded.
Thank you, guys.
This is not just a game. Real stakes, real speed, and real glory. Go all in. Winner takes all. The game